I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back.
Here we are for another one. We're still rolling with our dark...
Holiday Havoc. I thought of it this morning.
I like it. Our dark Christmas / holiday havoc.
Right?
We will use the both brandings. They're good. I only say we need to use the both is because before when we kept being like we don't know forever. I didn't even realize how far back it went until I just edited the Shaolin Soccer and realized we were already doing the bit of being like I don't know what we're gonna call this coming up. That we definitely needed the name for sure. So yeah, we'll use both brandings. I like it.
Christmas, Holiday Havoc.
Yeah, it obviously just couldn't be Black Christmas because of last
the
week.
movie.
You guys know now, and we just couldn't work with that one.
Hopefully you enjoyed us trying to stumble through that awkward movie.
Whatever that was. Again, that movie was still something else. Right?
Probably won't watch it again. I'll probably watch the original.
I'll watch the other
again.
two. I'll even watch the new one. I'll watch both of them. Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'll watch the new one just so that way I can say I've seen all of it. But yeah, the original is definitely it's good.
It's way better.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like the movie was bad,
but it's
not coherent.
Yeah.
Though, right. Like it's pretty. Was. Okay, we don't.
Yeah,
even
if
need
y'all
to get
listened
back
to last week's episode, you know
we're gonna get ourselves lost in confusion again. We don't even need to go back there.
Yeah,
we should just stop now.
This week's movie, however,
way
much easier.
Well, and I will say this before we even get the movie. We'll go ahead and say we went with Silent Night, just Silent Night. There are lots of those, so I want to preface this is 2012.
It's the one with Malcolm McDowell in it.
Yes, it is technically a remake, reboot, something.
Tubi description was great. It said a very loose reboot of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I was like, yeah, they're not fucking lying.
And
it is very loose.
Very loose. And so, yeah, this one was a lot of fun. But again, much like this Black Christmas, we told you guys neither one of us had seen this. We both kind of were hoping that we were going to get our schlocky Christmas horror again.
Nope. Gore Fest, another Gore Fest, like these,
more so than anything for Halloween.
How do we keep finding these gory ass movies that are worse than what we did on Halloween?
I don't know.
These are supposed to be Christmas movies.
Well, Christmas horror. I mean, we still knew what we were signing up.
But I was wanting, like schlocky ass, fucking like.
Well, like the Jack Frost.
Yes,
you know that one with the
killer snowman.
Yes, like that. Like that's what I thought we were getting.
We should have done that one.
Yeah,
that's not really a Christmas movie.
It's
more
winter.
Just a winter movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We can do it in January. It's still winter.
It is. But yeah. So this one was it was a lot of fun though. I'm not even gonna pretend.
But I hesitate to call this a good movie.
No, this movie has a lot of flaws, a lot of issues.
Flaws, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did. Again, you guys know we have fun when they're ones that neither of us have seen. Because we both have seen enough movies where sometimes it's just like I crave the not having seen it. Right? Like it doesn't matter how good or bad it is. Sometimes it's just like it was fresh,
it was new, and it was kind of bad, which was fun.
If this was well written, I would have known the story going in.
Yeah,
right?
it would have
this one had some twists and turns I wasn't ready for.
If it was well written, it just would have been a standard ass horror movie, and I'd have been like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that was good because I'm 36 and horror movies don't really scare me anymore. It's usually just kind of like, oh, that was good.
But yeah,
this was fun.
This was fun. This one had a lot of good stuff.
My favorite kind of fucking movie.
So on that note, though, you know what movie it was? Silent Night, 2012.
2012, very important.
Bo, go ahead and hit him with what we're drinking for the week.
We brought back the Abita Christmas Ale.
That's right.
Because they do a different recipe every year, and I like this one.
Well, I do too. It is definitely some kind of true ale, right? Like this is like an IPA or some kind. It's got that kind of hoppy flavor, right?
A hop forward ale.
And the only problem here is I wish I could tell you more, but in true real fashion, they don't tell you.
No,
every year the label says the same thing that just says that every year it's different.
Yep,
it doesn't tell you anything. And they don't tell you, it just says Christmas ale. So you have
And last year's
You have to
was
trust.
last year's was pretty
Yeah,
good. I
you
remember
just have to
that.
trust.
This one's really good. So I think we're just gonna do these every
Oh,
year.
they get a spot every year. But yeah, so I mean, this is really good.
It is. It's super good.
I it's there's no Christmas. Like that's
Yeah, no, that's great because
that's the part I wanted to stress here.
last year, all those Christmas ales were
They were great.
Super
They were great.
Christmassy.
They did their job.
Yeah,
They did their job.
Christmas in a can is the nice way I'll put that.
So far, two movies in now, two beers in, we're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing
The
great.
candy cane wasn't too bad.
No, that was surprisingly really
Right?
good.
A nice dark beer.
Yes.
This is good. This one, it's got that nice. Again, it tastes like it looks darker than it tastes. Right? It
Right.
tastes like you could be just having a straight like really bright IPA.
Kind of tastes like Killian's, but it's not red.
Well, again though, it's a little bit more of the pale ale, right? Because
Yeah.
Killian's has got that dark, rich flavor. This
Yep.
has got that light pale ale flavor to it. I don't
It's
know.
really good.
It is.
Go try it. Abita Christmas Ale.
Again, you guys
Get
know,
it right now because it will be pretty much gone soon.
Well, certainly by the
Yeah.
time they are listening to this.
I don't know how long they keep this shit out past Christmas.
You guys know we were trying our best to not have to lean on Christmas ale, right?
Yeah.
Like, we did candy cane. There was a reason. There was
Yeah,
a
we
death.
had-
We had a
Last
death.
week they got stabbed in the neck with a
So we had
candy
our
cane.
we had our candy cane. This time, this was a little bit of our gimme. We're not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, this was our out.
This one we bought because we knew that it would be a different beer. So we were like, well, at least we know we're not buying the same product from them. And we were like, with a name like Christmas Ale, it's gonna fit one of these.
Right.
And so it was again, when we say it's our gimme, we mean it. It was our gimme. We picked every other movie and we're like, whatever's left gets to use Christmas Ale.
And we did a pretty good job with the other ones. You
No,
know
the
how
rest
hard-
are great.
You know how hard it would have been to find a beer with like silent in the
Yes.
title or something?
Because again,
or
all we got
night?
is Silent Night. But that being said, it is Christmas Eve, so it's not that. If we're doing our 6 degrees, right?
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
If we're doing our 6 degrees, it definitely fits our 6 degrees.
Mhm.
Yeah, is not that big of a gap.
And there's a Santa on the bottle with
So we're-
some alligators that I assume he feeds human flesh. It's my hand cannon.
Well, there you go.
Hand cannon.
You're shooting people.
That's what the deagle's for out in the car, man. I got that big 50 cal, baby. Gold plated and everything.
But yeah. So again,
Have the tackiest gun in the world.
this was a little bit of our gimme, but this is still going to be a great. It still fits because it's Christmas, guys.
Yeah.
We're not. We did do better and not do a whole month of them. So you at least got to give us the one where we were
didn't-
like,
and we still haven't had like a cinnamon clove pie.
I'm keeping
one
fingers
yet.
crossed we don't.
I
hit
need
that.
to, man. I hope we
I
get
don't-
through it.
I'm.
We're gonna get through it. It's
You-
not gonna happen. I believe.
Let's hope so. All right, though. Let's go ahead and get into the movie. I think we have.
Yeah, we bullshitted enough.
We've
Let's
had a-
start this movie.
So
Give me the cast.
So, well, first thing, let's hit the director and writer real quick because I told you we're going to start doing
Oh yeah.
that. Neither of these guys have done almost anything. I don't want to sugarcoat. Like, I'm not going to try to be like and dance around and be like, well, this guy's done. I've not heard of almost any
He
of these
made
things.
a very good college fan film.
Well, no,
all
I
right?
mean, they've worked on shows
I'm
maybe and stuff like
sure.
that. But I mean, like, like this is like their movie,
Yeah.
and like the biggest one either of them have ever done, and it's not that big,
yeah,
like.
I mean, good job, B+. I mean, I've seen worse.
So we've got Stephen Miller as our director, Jason Rothwell is our writer. Sorry, guys,
From Steve Miller Band.
no,
Oh, that would have been cool.
no,
But
not Steve Miller.
Steven.
Steven,
Yeah, that's right.
Probably couldn't use Steve.
Probably not.
Just to, or he just chose not to make sure
Make
to
sure
avoid
people
that
were like,
problem,
"Oh,
yeah.
you the Steve from Steve Miller Band," like my jackass just did.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. But yeah, like I said,
But you got Malcolm McDowell to be in this movie.
well, that's what I was
so-
gonna say. I don't know them. I don't know these guys for anything, but they did get us Malcolm McDowell. So Malcolm McDowell is our biggest name drop, our only real
one.
name drop. Well, Jamie King, who is our main character, she was in a bunch of stuff. I'll get to her. We started with Malcolm McDowell
Because
it's
he's
not
the
just
biggest.
Stanton.
Go
Now,
watch our Clockwork Orange episode.
well, and Tank Girl.
And Tank Girl. Yeah, that's right.
I was right.
Forgot he
Saying,
was in
we've
Tank
tou-
Girl.
we've done him a couple times.
He's good. He's right behind Shooter McGowan on like returning
Yeah.
with
So
us.
we again, like I like I like Malcolm McDowell. I love Malcolm
We should do
McDowell.
Star Trek Generations next,
Well,
just to bring
at
it
some
back.
point we can. But yeah, this Malcolm McDowell though is a weirder Malcolm McDowell because he is he British?
I think he has
Is he not British?
been in America for so long that the accent is kind of gone, but not, because he keeps slipping back and forth.
There's a few bloodies,
Yeah.
right? Like bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's not bloody hell though. It's bloody something. But he throws
Yeah,
a
he throws it
he
out there,
throws
and
a
I'm just
bloody,
like, well, that was very British.
that was
of
bloody
you.
good. That was bloody British of him
It
to add
was
those bloodies.
bloody British of you, mate.
Right? But yeah, so again,
I understand. It's hard. Gotta suppress it.
so we don't need to mention a lot about Malcolm McDowell and his other roles. We've done this twice now.
Twice now.
So
know
you
who
guys
the fuck
know
he is.
we just needed to address that he's here and that we do love him.
Yes.
This is definitely just a weirder take.
He
I'm not sure what they were
he
going
read the
for
script
here.
and was like, "Oh, I get to be like action hero cop, but not
But
fine."
not, right? Because he's not.
He thought it was
he wants
funny.
to be, but he's not. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Every line he has in this movie is some kind of like action hero cop.
Wannabe.
Yes. You go to his house in this fucking movie, I guarantee you, it is just nothing but like Dirty Harry movies and old tapes of fucking Law and Order.
Oh, man.
Guaranteed.
All
All
right.
he watches.
So yeah, Jamie King though, like I was saying before, she is someone that's been in a bunch of stuff. You've seen her in things for sure.
No,
She's
she looked familiar.
okay. So I know one that I'm pretty sure you've seen because I'm pretty sure we watched it together. Lone Star State of Mind. You remember that movie?
What's that about? Remind me.
It's got the Pacey in it. It's got Joshua Jackson in it. It's got DJ Qualls in it. You know, the dude from The New Kid and you know the little skinny guy. You know, I mean, you watch Supernatural, the dude that turns into a werewolf, the hunter that turns into a
Oh,
werewolf.
yeah.
The skinny guy. Again, the new
The
kid.
kid.
That's why I said the new kid. I should have been more specific, I guess. I should have been like the guy from the movie, The New Kid. So you'd know.
Yeah. I was like, new kid. All right.
But it's the two. It's got both of them in it. They're in Texas, hence Lone Star State of Mind. It's a whole bunch of. I swear it's hard to explain because it's all crazy. It's all craziness. I'll show you the movie box. I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
Don't remember. You'll have to remind me.
But she's in that. But she's also in Sin City, and she's in My Bloody Valentine, and she was in she was in like in the early 2000s. She was in a lot of
horror
ton.
movies.
Yeah. Well,
I've
not even a
seen-
horror. Sin City's not a horror movie. It's the comic book.
Yeah, the
one,
comic
black
book
and-
movie.
Yeah, I was like,
My Bloody Valentine, though.
yeah,
I remember that
that's
movie.
but yeah, I mentioned 3, and that's the only.
Oh, no, there's some scary shit in Sin City.
No, it's a crazy movie. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Fucking Elijah Wood, fucking silent-ass characters, creepy as fuck.
But my main point is just that Jamie King is definitely not a nobody.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. She's definitely been in a lot of stuff. Now, by the time she was
No
in,
Malcolm McDowell, though.
well, by the time she was in this, she also it slowed down. Like,
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like by no means am I trying to say like this was like a time where you're like Jamie King was in. You know, this was a time in her career. It was like Jamie King is in this.
Really? Did she need money that bad?
You know, like it's one of those. So I would. I
Malcolm
wasn't,
McDowell, you're like, oh, he's
Yeah.
just having fun.
Yeah, I
He's
wasn't-
at the point where he can just do shit.
by no means was I trying to say you definitely should have known her. I was just defending that there will be people that do know her. That's all. I was,
This isn't her first role.
that's where I was getting. There are 2 more people I do want to mention though. One is Donald
Logue.
Loge. I don't know how you say it.
That's
Logue?
how I've always pronounced this. Donald Loge, because I think it sounds cool.
I think it might be Logue. I'm not sure though.
No.
I
Hey,
don't know.
If he ever sees this, let us know, man.
Well,
How do you pronounce your fucking name?
I love him as an actor.
Yes,
'cause I've
he's
been
great.
following him for
Fucking
a long
Blade.
time.
Vikings. He was really good in that.
He's Blade. He's in Vikings. He was the lead for Grounded for Life, the sitcom.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a good show.
It
Me and
is a
Amber
good
used to watch
show.
that.
Yeah, dude, I love that show. Again, I love Donald Logue. He was in Gotham. He was
Oh yeah, he's Bullock.
Bullet. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This guy
He's
is
a great
everywhere.
actor.
He is all over the place. We got to mention him.
slumming it in this fucking movie.
Slumming it. Small role, small part, not in the movie very much.
but he's awesome.
Eats up the scenes he's in.
He does. He's
Eats 'em up,
great.
loves it. He'll do that.
I love
So
his
again,
fucking monologue at the end.
But that's the kind of actor he is. He's never gotten too big to do things like this. Like despite like while he was doing Gotham, I bet you if you look at his like IMDb, you'll see that he was in like some small fucking parts here and there too. Love that about him.
Yeah.
Love that he's never too big for his britches to be
That'd
like,
be the kind of
"Oh,
actor I am. I'd just be like, no, I thought the script was funny as fuck. Of course I'll do
yes."
this movie.
I'd like to believe that's why
Well,
he
we
did
can't
it.
afford you. Like, man, what
Yeah.
can you pay me? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll do scale.
Yeah, I'll
whatever.
do scale. I don't give a fuck.
I'm on Gotham right now.
Yeah, like no, that's my real paycheck. Like this just
I'm
sounds
doing
fun.
Vikings. They
Yeah.
flew me out for vacation and paid me. It's
Right,
good.
dude,
Just
you're
calm
good.
down.
You're good. Don't worry about it. Just cover catering or
Yeah,
whatever.
like make sure I eat good for a couple of days. That's all I'm going.
I'm gonna eat at some fancy steak restaurants. I just want you to know.
I'd love to believe all of that is true about Donald Logue too. Like that's how he is.
That's how he negotiates his movies. I can hear him doing it too.
I'm saying. The last person that I want to mention though is Brendan Fair. You know who? Do you have any idea who that is? The guy who we see die first in the movie. The guy in the Christmas lights.
Oh, Officer Jordan or
yeah.
whatever his name
Well, I don't
was.
know who he. I don't remember his. He dies.
Our
in 2
human
seconds.
Christmas
I don't-
tree.
So he has been in a lot of things. He was in CSI Miami. He was one of the special agents in the first
Oh,
few seasons.
cool.
I know one show that you should know him from, and this is one of those, like, I get to call out the dorkiness that me and Bo have shared together. He is in Bones. That's my only clue. I want to see if maybe you can get it from that, since I know you've seen enough to also know this.
Bones.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it. He is the younger Booth. He is Seeley Booth's little brother.
Oh shit.
He's the one that gets in trouble with the Justice Department, and he has all the other blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But again, he's in a lot of things. That's just one where I know that we share the overlap
I'm sitting
on.
there, I'm going through like the other people in the lab. I'm like, no, that motherfucker was way too handsome to be working.
Yeah,
in
no,
that
he was
lab.
but which is why he works as the other Booth brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't thinking of that part.
Yeah.
I was like, was he just like was he a killer in one of the episodes?
No,
I'm
I wouldn't.
like,
I wouldn't have
that's not
dropped it if
right.
he was just a one-off.
Yeah,
you know what I
the
mean? Like
killer
he
of the
was-
week.
Yeah, yeah. He was in a couple. He was in a few episodes. He got to come back a couple of times.
He's a recurring character.
So
I need
yeah,
to rewatch that show too.
huh?
Bones. I need to rewatch that show.
It's a good one. It's a good. I'll suggest it to people. Again, I'm not going to suggest every procedural to you, but that one was good. It's fun when they have a gimmick that's outside the norm, right?
And I love David Boreanaz.
There you go.
You gotta love Angel,
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. Gotta give it back. All right, guys. On that note, though, that's everybody of any kind of real importance. We apologize. You know us. If by any chance one of the stars of this movie
Was
is
like your
hearing this,
favorite actor. We're sorry.
or if they're hearing this,
We're sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I'm not trying to
immensely.
downplay your career.
You're
I'm just-
doing better than me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
I'm just
I'm
an
here on a-
asshole on the internet that drinks beer.
You're on a podcast, so by all means,
Don't get offended by anything that comes out of my dick ass mouth.
I tip my hat to you. But I definitely just don't recognize you from anything, and I wasn't trying. Again, we don't do deep dives here. We just do surface level checks.
And there's no way we've seen every money, which is the mission statement of this podcast. We have to see every movie. We will eventually do them all because
Yeah,
we're
I'm
going to be
sure.
on the
Okay.
internet forever.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies. All right, guys. So at this point, though, we
That's
can
why
just
we can do this forever.
sure.
We start getting into like the silent fucking era and shit, man. Do all
We
the
would never even have to
do all
that.
the Buster Keatons.
I'm telling you right now, that's what I'm saying to you is that you're even under suspecting how many movies are just coming out every year. Like you're just thinking of like top level movies. Since we've done B and C movies, if you talk about every B or C movie that comes out every year, especially since we've got the advent of how they could shoot it on their
just
phone.
on their phone.
I'm telling, and it would still look high quality.
Dude,
because
give
it's
it
still
like 5 more
4K.
years to be able to shoot it on their little watches like you have.
I'm sure, and
Just
that's
hold
my
your wrist
but
up.
that's my point, right? Like at this point now, dude, the amount of movies that come out in a year, no, dude, we would never even have to get to the silent ones, and we'd never catch up.
ultimate job security, right?
I guess.
Being a movie
At a certain
reviewer.
point, though, they are really bad because they are essentially a guy making it from his phone. It's just that they look polished because we live in an era where that can happen.
I saw one that was really bad. It had John Claude fucking Van Damme in it, of all people.
We want to address the ones when the celebrities
I
do
was
it.
like, how are you in this fucking movie?
Dude, they all need a paycheck. That's the thing. Like we all forget because for a long time we gotta stop. This is
This was like some college
Well, no,
kids fucking like
this is what we talk about on the special.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
There we go. We got to do this movie.
Yeah, we
We're
gotta
way
get
off topic.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
what I was trying to say. We gotta circle back.
I'm off.
Like the
Way
boss
over there.
at the office job. I'm going to tell you, sir. Let's circle back to that
Well,
one. Right now, we got something else to talk
I'm gonna
about.
need those TSA reports,
Okay.
just ASAP. And I'm gonna need you to come in on Monday.
All right. Nope.
Wrong
Again,
movie
we'll circle
again.
back. We'll
Wrong
circle.
movie
We'll
again.
circle back to that one. Right now, we've got something else to focus on. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's get into this. So this movie perfectly starts off with. Well, I guess I'm sure we're gonna see this with every movie that we do this month.
Yeah,
It
probably.
starts off with just a Christmas song.
movie. Up on a housetop, reindeer paws.
Yes.
Comes good old Santa Claus.
Up on the rooftop. That's
Yep.
right. I love this one. It's a good one. Old Saint Nick.
Yep.
And it is the traditional.
all the
I'll say
toys.
that it's the traditional too. I think Black Christmas was not the traditional what you hear. It was still a Christmas song, but it's not
Yeah.
like it's not the radio version you're expecting to hear in your head.
Yeah, no, this is the one that plays. At
No,
the
this
frickin'
one
mall.
they paid. If it had rights to be paid for, they paid for the rights. I'll at least give them credit. If it's not, if it was public domain, dope for you guys finding it.
right?
Because again, it is the one you hear. It's the one you know. Like you're not gonna hear it and be like, "Who's singing?" You're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, that's that fucking.
That's the jam."
the old one. that
Yeah,
you've
I have
heard
no
in
idea.
Every
Again,
fucking mall ever.
Exactly. I don't know who is singing this
Before Mariah Carey took over.
Oh, it's not. We don't even need to say that.
It's already started, dude.
Don't.
Did you?
Don't.
Have you been to Walmart?
Stop. We don't. We don't go there. We don't talk about that. In this
Already
household.
begun.
But yeah, so this movie starts off with this perfect little song, and again, before you can the first few scenes are so dark and black, you don't even know it's actually. And I don't mean that as in like dark.
like
I mean
grim
like,
dark.
like literally like the color.
The color is
schemes.
dark. You can't really see what's
You can't
happening.
tell anything, so you just hear the happy song, and you're
Right.
like, oh,
I'm kind of panning through a dark room. You see like
it's okay.
dude like picking up a razor, shaving his face.
The
like-
first,
But then you hear like somebody screaming in the background.
the first clue, even before the screaming, to me, was when you see the water that he dips the razor blade into. Did you see the water?
No, I
Did you
wasn't
look
paying
at it?
attention.
It's like muck. It looks
Oh.
like brown piss water or something, dude.
No, it is an abandoned house, as we find out. Maybe he didn't have water, so he just pissed in the
I
sink
don't-
so he could shave his
But
face.
so my point is like, you see that before the scream, and so like my first clue that things weren't right was I was like, that's not what somebody would shave in.
That water's nasty. This is gonna be a bad ride.
But yeah, you're right. If you don't notice the dirty water, it does just look like a normal guy just kind of getting ready for the
shaving,
day.
getting ready for something.
If you notice the dirty water, you're kind of like, what's this
The
dude
fuck?
about?
Why are you doing that? What if
but
you
yeah,
nick your face using your piss water? So you're like, oh, immediate sepsis, right?
Yeah. So again, though, you're right. We hear the woman scream, and we're like, oh wait,
Something bad's happening.
this is not normal.
And
It's
he's-
not okay.
Then he starts making his little mask.
This was crazy. So again,
It's like a bunch of them. It's
when
like a
you see
case
him
full of 'em.
shave, you don't know nothing about the guy. You can't
No.
tell that this is again. You walk in knowing it's a Killer Santa movie because you rented it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna assume you didn't get surprised by what movie was on the screen,
Oh no, I thought this was gonna be a happy-go-lucky movie.
Right. but so when you first see him in the movie, though, you don't know this is the Santa guy. You don't know anything about that.
Could be a misdirect. You know, a lot of horror movies will
Yes.
do that.
But then you see the suitcase, right? Like you said,
With the
masks,
psycho
multiple
fucking
masks.
masks.
And you quickly see that it's not even just that he has the already made Santa masks. He's got masks ready to make new
New
Santa
ones.
ones because that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's in the process. He takes they're the
like mouth part
well,
off.
and these are like those you could see him for a few years. It's like a Shakespeare mask, right? It's clear, but it's got the overdone makeup
Yeah.
just in the spots where the makeup's at,
and the
right?
eyes and the rosy cheeks.
And so it's like
stuff,
literally
yeah.
one of those, and he cuts the bottom off to put a beard on, right?
Still keeps the black eyes and the little rosy nose, though.
No, I wish we could have got a better look at all the other masks. Because did you see, like, as they panned across,
One
like,
of 'em
one
looked-
of them had a nice beard, one of
Yeah.
them had a cotton ball beard? Did you see it? Like,
One
the
of 'em-
cheapest,
One of them
cheesiest?
is the top of it looked like it was an old Richard Nixon mask. It had the big nose.
It
and
did have
shit.
to be, I was going to say, it had a big nose.
I was like, no, we should have used that one.
I love this, and it makes me want to know, because, and again, we're not giving anything away. This is part of the movie. It does take a while for them to tell you this, but we do live in a world where there is, like, at least an urban legend going around that there's a dude that does this, right?
He goes to town dressed as Santa killing people
Every year.
every year.
Different town.
Been doing it for 20 years.
Different mask every town.
That would help.
Is he making
A
literally,
new
like,
mask,
he's
but
literally,
he keeps it as a
this,
trophy from
like,
each
he's
year.
like, this is
This year's Cryer,
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Right?
I like
Isn't
that.
that
That's
what it is?
Yeah, it's Cryer, Wisconsin.
So
It's
this
a good idea. I like that.
this is the
and then
Cryer, Wisconsin
he
mask.
makes a
Then
new
he puts
mask
it-
in each
and he just
town.
leaves it in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's his
It's
trophy.
his trophy. I like that. That's
I'm-
that's the only thing in this movie that makes sense if that's true.
I'm just saying. And again, it's the only thing they didn't blatantly tell us. It's the thing you have to, like,
Headcanon.
process yourself.
I like
to
it
get
though.
there.
No, and explains why there's masks you never see again.
Yeah, no, because again, you never see any of those. It's only the one you see him make.
I wanted their Nixon mask.
I wanted any of them, dude.
Right? The puffball
The
mask
cotton
would
ball.
have been
Yeah, I
funny
would've
as
loved it.
fuck for like the later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you which scene I want
Yeah,
the puffball
it's okay.
mask.
It's okay. But yeah, so we see he makes the new mask. He doesn't touch this woman.
No, she's tied
He
up
doesn't
and
even
screaming.
look at her.
He Batman suits up in the Santa suit.
Dude.
We even get the
The-
gauntlet thing.
I was gonna
I
say-
wanted spikes to come out.
Again, you know, like we said, this director's not done a lot of other things, and some of the scenes are questionable.
Are really bad. This was
But
awesome.
this was dope.
It was
the
awesome.
suit up scene was like the epic. Like, again,
It even
this-
has the
This guy's not in shape, but the way they made the back look as
Right.
he like flipped the coat over his shoulders, I was like, that's menacing.
It's Brock Lesnar.
You know, I was like, that's scary.
Right.
And again, but it's not even like I thought, like Brock Lesnar. Like, you could tell he was a normal dude, just the way,
Just the way
like
it was
the shadows on
made him feel more
it did, dude.
badass.
And I think that was great because it showed that the suit gave him power. Is this one of your mystical connections?
Yeah, a little bit.
right.
They keep bringing it up.
The movie has a lot of
Weird.
We'll get to more of them.
It's like they try to like misdirect you, but in dumb ways.
So again, this is that we can't be more honest about this. This is a completely normal killer,
Yeah.
but the movie will trick you.
It makes you try to think there's like a mysticism, demon possession, some kind of like ancient ritual later on.
There's
I'm like,
a-
no, shut up. It's
None
just
of that's
a guy.
true. It's just a dude.
But they keep bringing things in the movie to make you try and think.
Well,
that.
and we also then have to address the fact that the movie doesn't know what it is, on top of not knowing what it wanted
Right.
to say the killer was, because the movie is a horror movie, 100%.
Mhm.
But at about 3/4 of the way through, you might think you were watching a whodunit, because they literally start playing it
Or they
like,
give you like multiple different like people who it could be,
and they make you
and
feel like that's the
they-
point. They make
and
like
they
again.
throw one random guy halfway through the movie, one random guy just to make you be like, well, what if it's that guy? The dude who comes up and
Yes.
asks questions about the
Well,
case.
well, like I said, it's so ridiculous because it's not even just that. Again, they could have been like, I wonder who the killer is. No, they literally play it like a whodunit movie. They
Yep.
literally play it like you should be guessing right now and it's not that kind of movie.
No, it's not. They want you to pay attention to like the little red presents, but it doesn't even get brought up until like almost the end of the
Well,
movie.
and again, you
so unless
couldn't-
you'd already
well,
seen
well,
it, you wouldn't
look,
notice.
Look, we won't ruin the surprise end yet. Again, you guys know us. This is old. We're not worried about spoilers. It's just how we tell a story.
Yeah.
I don't even have to worry about the surprise end. But I mean, like, we go through the whole movie. The boxes weren't important. None of this
The
is.
crossword puzzle's not important. The scrapbook's not important. What is it? There's something else that's not fucking important. I can't even think
Yeah,
of it.
the movie is just full of all of these weird misdirections on, again, like I said, not just who the killer is, because it's not that kind of movie.
No.
You couldn't have guessed who the killer was. It literally is a person you could not
No,
have guessed.
you would never, because it's
Well-
not somebody from this town.
Well, not only that, it's not someone you know exists until the movie's over.
Mhm.
Like, again, we're not ruining the twist yet, but I will say that
Yeah, there's no way.
It's a character you don't know.
No one does. There's no way they could.
So there literally, it's not a whodunit, but the movie makes you think you're watching a
Try
whodunit.
so fucking hard. This
Okay.
movie is bad, but it is super fun, and it tried really, really hard, and I enjoyed it.
Yes, we need to get back on track. We
But
did
it
all
is bad.
we did all that from the suit dressing up. Sorry, guys.
just
Sorry.
from the fucking Batman suit.
Yeah,
thing.
let's get back
And-
on track. Let's get back on track. So yeah, it is a lot of fun. So he suits up. After he suits up, he still doesn't deal with the woman.
No, she's still upstairs, I guess, because he goes downstairs
He
to.
goes downstairs. Well, we don't even know it's downstairs. For all we know, it's a different building. But he goes somewhere. He goes somewhere to deal with another person. This is the guy.
Our human Christmas tree.
This is Booth's little brother. This is Brandon Fair. Yeah, he is. This is where I said it's Saw. This is when I was telling you. This feels like Saw, right?
a little bit.
He's got a long set of like Christmas lights run across the ground attached to a power bank thing, and they're wrapped around his head, and
Got a little crown.
it feels like. I mean, again, there was
you just
no.
want the little.
There was
puppet
no
to come
elaborate.
out,
Yes,
right?
there was no elaborate puzzle. But as far as like the vibe of like watching the scenes play, like him like wake up and be like lights are all over him, felt very much like Saw. And then he even starts to like plead like a guy from Saw. He's like, I didn't know she was married.
how the fuck she didn't have a ring on? How the fuck was I supposed
You're
to
the
know?
guy. And then he gets closer and he's like, you're not the guy.
You're not her husband at all, are you? You're just some sick fuck.
I love that this dude doesn't even like, he doesn't answer when he says you're not her husband. He literally completely silently just takes his leather gloved thumb and like runs it across the axe.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, definitely not.
Definitely
Okay.
not.
All
You're
right.
just a
I
sick
understand.
bastard, and I am super fucked.
And then we see him walk all the way back to the door. We forgot to mention he picked up that axe. I love this axe.
Yeah, it's a big double-bitted lumberjack axe.
It is so, and it's
It's got like little symbols carved in
It's
it
the
if you paid
visual
attention.
in the whole movie too. Like
Yeah.
he brings it, he only uses it once or twice.
He kills the dickhead with it.
Yeah, twice. He uses it twice. Well, but again, that's kind of
Three times. No, because he throws
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like those two are once, though. Really.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
right.
guess.
Like that's one. So twice. He uses it twice.
Yeah.
He.
Gets a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. we. That's all we'll say. We'll get there. But he brandishes it multiple times. It is like if they would have actually made this a franchise, and it is the weapon of choice from the original. So like
Mhm.
again, the movie does a few things to give nod winks to the original. The double-headed axe
Yeah.
being one of them.
A couple of things.
Very
Yeah,
again.
like 3.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Other than that, they just did their own
a
thing.
couple means two, so technically,
Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
I was being nice.
That's fair.
They did more than a
I'm
couple.
trying. He's like, I'm trying to give him as much credit as I can. Shut up.
But yeah, so that the axe is one of those things, but this axe is dope. And that's why I want to make sure we mention the axe. And then he walks, so we see him. He's got the axe. He talks to the dude, plays his fingers across it like it's a guitar.
Right.
He walks back to the door though. I swear to God, I thought he was going to use the axe right here the first time. Right?
Fucking
He's standing
throw
at the
it at
door.
him. Or hit
he's-
like this power
yeah,
box and cause a short.
Because he's standing at the door. He's still fucking holding it. It's fucking menacing as shit looking. And then all he does is flip the switch.
Push a button.
Well, it was still one of those cool ones.
Yeah, it just goes from like a
But it was still a
power
switch.
box
Yeah,
to
yeah.
an electric fence is what it looked
Yeah.
like, and fucking. Bzzz, and
But still a switch.
I like this. He starts electrocuting and shit, and he fucking his eyeballs pop and explode out of him.
What
I'm
is
like,
this Chris-
oh, this is gonna be one of those.
But
This is
what's-
gonna be a gore movie.
But what is these Christmas movies and eyeballs, dude?
I don't know.
Black
Last
Friday.
Year. Black
Or
Christmas.
Black Christmas, sorry.
Yeah, there's a
Oops.
lot of eyeball shit in that one.
Why?
I
are
don't
we
know,
all so
man.
much? What's Christmas and eyeball? Is our eyeballs important to Christmas? And I don't know.
If the next movie has a bunch of eyeball shit, I'm going to be upset.
Okay. But yeah, so that is officially the intro to the movie, right? Like that's
Yep.
again
Title card right after that.
All of this plays. This is like the cold open, like because again, like this is like not important for the next 20 minutes, right? Like
yeah,
we don't
right.
even
No,
talk
it's a
about
little
this
while before they even find him.
It's vaguely important, but it's in one of those ways where you don't. They technically didn't tell us, but you kind of piece it together, right? Which is as soon as we see the actual movie start, we zoom in on Deputy Aubrey getting a phone call from the sheriff, right? She finds out that her other deputy or her coworker did not show up for work.
Yeah, he was supposed to cover her shift.
So this is the part that I'm saying is like tangentially mentioned.
If you paid attention.
But it technically they don't outright tell us. We don't know that was her partner.
Yeah.
Right? We did, or not even partner, but her coworker.
Her coworker,
yeah.
the other deputy.
Yeah. We don't know that.
But you can
kind of piece it together. It is 25 minutes before they outright finally say, like, no, these were the
that's
same
him. He's
people.
dead.
So again, like I said, it makes it to where the cold open does work as a like seems completely unconnected from what we're seeing afterwards. Yeah, so it from this point on for a little bit, it kind of just seems like a normal day for a minute, right? Girl gets called, fucking dumb shit didn't come to
her
work.
boss is kind of an asshole about it.
She's super asshole.
She's like, well, I
about it.
mean, I had him cover my shift because it's my first Christmas without John.
Well, no, she didn't even say I had him. It's literally his shift. He just didn't show up for work.
Oh yeah.
And so she's just like, why are you calling me at all?
It's Christmas. It's Christmas for all of us. Get in here. No one cares about you or your problems.
And so this is the first of several times the movie dances around this, that she is divorced.
Her husband died.
He's no longer in the picture.
Yeah, they're not clear about it at
about
all.
any part of it.
But his name was John, and he's not here anymore.
Well, and he's not here for Christmas this year.
Exactly. It's the first one, and she's sad.
But again, we don't need to know this about her.
It doesn't need to be in
it's
the movie
not
at
a character. It doesn't affect her character in
it doesn't
any way.
like do anything later in the movie.
They just use this to have like scene breakups a couple of times.
Yeah.
To have like a random character have a reason to talk to her. I don't know.
Like
I feel
the priest
like
later is like, I'm sorry
yes,
about your
I
husband.
feel like there are several. Not even later. It's like 2 minutes.
It's like 2 minutes from now, after she walks down to
she
talks
walks
to her
downstairs
parents.
and talks to her parents, and we just get to see like the world's most suburban fucking white
They're
bread
the
family,
happiest, nicest fucking family. I was like, oh, something bad is gonna happen. To
Dad
these people.
literally is just like, oh, you have to work. All right, honey, you have fun. Stay safe.
Don't you let none of those Santas be handsy
right?
now.
Yeah, don't let those Santas.
Not from my girl.
It was the cheesiest.
Most wholesome fucking shit, and it's like, oh, these people are dead. They're so dead.
It was awful, dude. It was so awful. But so now we can go ahead and deal with this priest, right?
Because she stops at church before she gets to work.
Well, she's got to pray.
I mean,
she's a good Catholic.
Nice religious people. Good for you.
A good Catholic cop. I mean, it's a trope.
So they're somewhere around Massachusetts or something, right?
I thought we said it was Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, it
right?
was, didn't it?
Isn't
yeah,
it?
that's
or
right.
something like that. But it's not, because it was on the water. When
that's
he drives past.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not.
One of the lakes?
I don't
Great
know.
Lakes?
I don't know
enough about geography.
Either way, like I said, she goes to church.
This is the creepiest fucking priest.
Well, even before we even see him be creepy, we just get the next acknowledgement that her husband's not here.
Yeah, because he's just like, he was a pillar of the community.
Regardless of why he's no longer with you.
He didn't
adding
say he was
the ambiguity to it.
He was just like he's just like him leaving was a blow to all of us.
Regardless of why.
Yeah, it's that line of like regardless of why it was. It's like, why are you being purposely vague?
So again,
right
it's like,
now?
Did he die? Did he walk out on her? Did he go to war?
Maybe.
We don't know what the fuck is going on. We just know he's not here.
I'm gonna go with that one. Killed in action, Afghanistan, 2012.
Well, it is 2012.
See?
I don't know. The movie is weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
But then we see the priest get pervy.
He does.
Because immediately after mentioning the husband and how he's not here, he's like, you just let me know.
If I can help you with
anyway. And this
And
bitch
like
just acts like it's
squeezes her arm.
okay.
Yeah, it's like,
Doesn't she?
yeah,
She
she's just
doesn't
like,
act weird.
oh, you're being creepy again. Oh,
Exactly.
shucks.
She doesn't act like it's not okay. She's just like, well, this
Everybody
is normal.
in he said something about like there used to be a bunch of people in this church all the time, and now there's not. I was like, yeah, because everybody's wise to your creepy shit. The whole town's like, the priest is a bit of a creep. Don't go over there.
Creepy bastard, of course. But so yeah, she finally gets to work. One of the key things we need to point out that was mentioned, and then we start to hear more about it when she gets to work. Well, no, we don't even see her get to work yet, right? It's first the mayor.
Oh yeah, she stops
after she leaves
the mayor.
after she sees the priest,
like
she sees the mayor. But the mayor is the one that drops this knowledge that I was about to talk about. The sheriff lightly dropped it when he said she needed to come in and work. He said, "Don't forget about all the Santas."
It's going to be a clusterfuck.
But he doesn't give us any kind of piece of reference, right? The mayor now brings up the second time. Oh, I can't pick one.
Yeah, they're having like
the other 499, so 500 total,
because it's a vote
would vote against me next year.
Yep. So there's like a best Santa parade in this town.
But here's the thing: most towns that would do that, it would be like come from anywhere. He said all of them
are from this town.
Would vote against him.
And if I pick one, I get one voter and lose the other 400.
So this town has 500 people
that look like Santa,
willing to dress. No, not even look like him. Just willing to dress up like him every year.
I'm picturing her dad.
I know.
Just like 500 of her fucking dad, just fat jolly fuck.
It could be skinny dudes with pillowcases.
That's right. That's fair. I forgot.
It's a Santa contest.
That Carson guy later on. Yes. He ain't no Santa looking motherfucker.
What a weird tradition.
It is.
That's like Hallmark movie.
It is.
Christmas movie
this
special.
Town that it is shot in. I swear to God, is one of the same towns they shoot those Hallmark Christmas movies in.
And the things going on in the background could be the things happening in a Hallmark
Christmas movie.
We're just not seeing them.
Right. We're getting the dark shit happening. It is. It's the same town. At one side of town is like the happy Christmas thing happening, and then the cops are dealing with this fucking psycho shit.
It's like that Hot Fuzz, like the movie Hot Fuzz, like how Hot Fuzz is like you're seeing the opposite side to those type of movies that you normally see. It's literally like we're just seeing the opposite side of the Hallmark movie. Like we're seeing what goes, like what really happens while the silly romance is building over on, right? Like that's what's going on here.
Side of town.
It's so. And again, that's not on purpose. Like I wish I could say that whoever wrote this did this on purpose, and it's not. One of the things I love about the movie the best, total accident. But it does make the movie feel that much more fun, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
It was awesome. Like it's in my notes. I was like, it's because she does like a walkthrough, and I'm like, enter a Hallmark Christmas movie.
It's so. Yeah, I know the part. We're almost getting close there. But yeah. So while talking to the mayor, we do find out one more dumb piece of information that does come up a lot. The mayor's daughter is a whore.
Yep, she's a total slut and doesn't like her dad because she doesn't agree with his politics
or something.
She says she has an excuse, but it's not. It's your standard pissy teenager. It's
flimsy
excuse.
At best. Yeah, exactly. Right, like they all know this about his daughter.
Yeah,
like because. Literally, later Aubrey's in the car right now, and she even does the okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't know, like I wasn't sitting here for all of that awkward conversation.
Any of this,
yeah,
that's how I'd be too.
Well, again, they're trying to set up for us some stuff that we didn't need to know. For a movie where we could have just had some straight killing, and not need to worry about.
They tried,
all of this, man. Right?
They were trying for plot. They really were. They wanted it to be compelling.
Yeah. At this point, though, we see in the middle of all this, on her way to work, we stop following her for a minute, and we get to our first real killing.
Our first real kill.
Our second killing that we see on screen.
Yeah.
I say real killing because I mean most of this is all on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah, it's not part of the setup.
Yeah, that was technically like the night before. And so it was kind of
You think that Jordan and that chick were banging in the abandoned house and he just happened to catch them?
I don't. Well, we've not even told people it's abandoned yet. Just wait. We'll get there.
That's fair.
Save that conversation for when we know it's abandoned. right now we get the killing in the house though, and so I want to focus on this
Pissy
one.
little teenager.
This is insane, dude. So again,
Like,
we were in the middle of what seemed like we said, a normal movie minus creepy Reverend here. Seemed totally okay.
We cut over to mom. She's about to take some pills, and the little girl comes and smacks them out of her fucking hand.
My pill. This was so.
I thought for a second.
I thought it was the other way.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought this was unwholesome.
Yeah, I thought like the mom was like on doing drugs, and the daughter was like fed up with it. And I was like, yeah, smack them things. And then she's like, so I thought my heart pills.
I know.
Oh no.
I was like, so I was right there with you.
The little girl's just like, I don't give a shit about your heart pills. Get your purse. Get in the car. Take me to the fucking mall right now.
Listen, I was right there with you. That's exactly what I thought. I thought for sure mom was a junkie. And we were about to watch mom die. Yes. Right? Like they thought that's what was happening.
Complete other way around.
Then they flip it on us. And I'm telling you right now. So this is the point that we said. Like this movie was a real horror movie. And they want you to know that. 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes.
This wasn't cheesy schlock where we know we're making a bad movie. We're trying to make an actual horror movie here.
This woman, this teenager.
Yeah, she's like 14.
She definitely can't 14. Drive.
Yeah, because her mom has to take her to the mall, right? Goddamn now.
Goes to the door because she sees someone. She didn't even hear the knock at first. She just sees the
fucking Salvation Army. Oh my god, what the fuck do they want? And you're like, I hate this bitch.
She opens the door to our killer, mask and all, and she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" Basically,
he's like, "Who the fuck are you? What do you want?" He pulls a fucking cattle prod out,
an electric cow prod.
I didn't ask for that. Stabs her in the fucking chest with it and shocks the fuck out of her.
Till the vomit
foam and shit's coming out of her fucking mouth. And then just to add insult to injury, stabs her with a fire poker.
It was definitely a fire poker. It was a fire poker for sure.
Right through the face.
Again, intense.
And then just cut. Just cut away from it. We're done. We're back to the sheriff's office.
She's going to. She finally made it to work. But yeah, this movie just wants you to know what you're in store for.
Get ready. This is gonna be a trip. So again, we're not afraid to kill them little bitch kids.
Well, listen. When the first death was still at least the guy strung up in lights.
Yeah.
I still was like, well, maybe it's
schlocky because it's the Christmas light
right?
thing. He's like, oh, he's a human Christmas tree. That's funny.
Then I saw this and I was like, no,
oh, fuck.
No. I said, this is another one like Black Christmas.
Right,
I got you.
Oh,
okay.
Shit. This is an actual.
Okay.
They're trying to be serious here.
This was the moment where I knew I had to buckle up because it was a different ride, right? Like this was that time.
No, there's not going to be a lot of cheese in this movie. Damn.
But there still was. That's the funniest part
there
about
still
this.
Is.
It's just a different type. It wasn't Christmas cheese.
Yeah.
It was just cheese. It was just like cheesy movie. But yeah, so at this point, though, Aubrey has made it to work. It's so funny because when she gets to work, I would have called bullshit if I were her. Because, right, she shows up. The only person there is the receptionist.
Yeah. The
sheriff's not there. The other deputy who's supposed to be working isn't there. So, like, literally at this point, she's like, so wait, sheriff is on call. The deputy was on call. This other deputy was on call. Why am I the only fucking person who wasn't supposed to be at work? And I'm the one here.
Right. There's literally no one else in the building.
I would have noped the fuck out.
No, if it was a kitchen and I showed up like that, they called me in and I show up and there's literally fucking nobody in there. I'd be like, kiss my ass. I'm going home.
I'm telling you. I was just like, that bitch is better than me.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been gone so quick.
I would have flipped my fucking shit.
The receptionist girl, she's like, sheriff's out looking for mysterious packages. I was like, this guy is overly like worried about everything. Yeah, right?
He's super fucking cop.
Making sure there aren't like bombs on the side of the
fucking parade route. He's looking for strange packages along the route.
That's exactly what it was. I was like, whoa.
Like, oh my god.
And then of course she's like, what about Giles, whatever.
Giles, yeah.
Oh, he's just a fuck up. That's basically what she says.
He's just a fuck up. He's not here yet.
Never shows up on time. Can't expect that guy to get here on time. Cute Giles walking in the door, and that's exactly what he says. Well, I couldn't be here on time. I had to stop and get a package.
Fucking pulls out the mistletoe. Form a line, ladies.
And then sneezes all over it.
On it. It's like, you fucking dirtbag.
Yeah. Again,
looks
horrible.
Looks like fucking McLovin grown up.
horrible person. Again, straight up would not have, if I were Aubrey, I'd have been like, why am I working here again? Why is this my dream job? Why do I gotta be
like
here?
a minute? Doesn't she say something about like, has anybody ran a background check
Yes,
on you?
no, because of what?
Oh, the call.
Yes, she gets called. Well, they get a call. The receptionist girl's like, "One of you two need to go take care of this." And they're like, "What is it?" One of this that traveling Santa.
Yeah, he's
one that's
making kids cry.
in town center. This is where it's Hallmark fucking Christmas
It
town.
super is.
It's
the
in
town center.
But yeah, it's making kids cry. One of you guys are gonna need
You think
to.
they used the same set? You think they like just got done
We're
doing a
almost there.
Hallmark Christmas movie?
I do. We're not there because we still need to deal with the line you were talking about, where Giles is like, no.
Oh yeah.
Because you brought it up. I'm only even
My
trying to talk
bad.
about it because you wanted to talk about it, man. But yeah, so the Giles is like, oh, I bet you I know what's going on. He probably got a hard on when one of them kids was in his lap. And they're like, what? And he goes, well, they're in his lap wiggling around all day.
Bound to happen.
And that's when she threw the, has anybody done a background check on you?
And he throws his hands up like, what? Like you wouldn't do it.
You've
It's
never
like,
thought about it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up, you creepy bastard.
But yeah, Giles is a fuck up for sure.
Yeah, he's a fuck up and a little bit of a perv.
At this point, she goes down to, this is when Bo, now you can start having your Hallmark.
My
You
Hallmark
want to go too
Christmas
far
movie.
into a Hallmark
All right,
Christmas.
that's my mom's fault. Seriously, like as soon as Halloween is over,
Mm.
my mom nonstop all day Hallmark Christmas movies. Any of them, she doesn't care. She'll watch all of them.
Outside this podcast, I don't start Christmas movies till after Thanksgiving. It's a hard rule.
Yeah.
If it weren't for
this,
I would not have watched these yet.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't either.
It is a hard rule.
December 1st. That's when you get the 12.
Mine is literally this is one of those deep cuts, since you guys know that we are a family. Mine is literally as soon as our family Thanksgiving is done and I come home after the the belt loosening.
Yeah.
Christmas movies can
turkey.
Christmas movies can officially start then. And since our family does it early, that literally means by like 1:30, 2 o'clock on Thanksgiving, Christmas movies
gonna
can
throw
start.
some Home Alone in.
Yeah, that's usually the first one.
Yes.
But yeah, so I understand that. But yeah, I do understand also that this does look like a Hallmark Christmas movie.
I swear,
and
they
this
just
is
used
the
the
moment,
same
though.
set.
This is the moment where you see it, because this is the part she doesn't drive to the town center. This is again how much of a Hallmark town this is. She walks from wherever.
It's like 50 yards away from the police station.
Yes,
she just walks down the street.
Sees some people on the
Hi,
way. She's like,
Sheriff.
she is literally,
oh, hey, Joe.
she's waving people on the way. It's so dorky.
How's your mom?
And,
she's fine.
And when we say that they said Santa was in town square, they meant it.
Yep.
It's literally like they walk up this beautiful like
a
scenery.
fucking, like the statue and like Simpsons is over there.
It's so crazy. And then to make the guy being the Santa, Donald Logue, was perfection.
He's such an asshole.
Because he stands out so bad. Like it's like he was rejected from Bad Santa.
Yeah, it does.
And he's sitting here, right? I fucking adore this. You got to know that your parents are just selling those.
Yeah, when you wake up in the morning and your Christmas presents aren't under the tree, you know who you're going to blame? Not Santa. You're going to blame your mom and dad because they took all those presents and they sold them on eBay.
And then I love this. As he's saying that, Aubrey walks up and he sees her and he then twists what he says to the kid and goes, you got to be careful. You're not going to rat on Santa, right?
Yeah, these cops,
they're already after me.
You see, they send the cops up here to make sure Santa doesn't tell kids the truth about their parents. The kid walks
Holy
away.
Shit.
The kid walks away. He's just like, Santa sucks.
I loved every bit of that.
Him and Malcolm McDowell are the best things about this fucking movie.
But so at this point though, she starts questioning him. She's like, "What the fuck is going on with you? You don't really seem like the kind of person that should be doing this. I got a permit and everything. What are you talking about?"
He hands her the big ass scrapbook.
Well, no, she says, "I'm gonna need to see that." And he goes, "I happen to be. It's already in my book." In my journal, because I'm an avid scrapbooker.
This thing's like fucking like a tome. It is huge.
I want to read this
Right?
They show this. This is a fleshed out prop. Who the prop
Oh
master?
yeah, no,
kudos
he
him,
put so much
because,
thought into this.
like,
Every page has
had
something.
real words, real
Yes.
things. I want to read this prop. I want to find this prop.
I bet
I'd
you
love
it
to see
starts
this.
in the beginning. He likes Christmas, and as you go through
it has
it
to be something like
turns
that.
into just more and more fucking hate.
Well, it's not even just Christmas though. He tells us because she says, "Well, what do you do the rest of the year?" I'm an Easter bunny at Easter.
A Halloween, I'm the Halloweener, and a Irish Jewish.
Well, the Halloweener
Or
was
was it-
oh man.
I'm Irish Jewish on St. Patty's Day or something like that.
I love it. He's
Any other day, I'm Jim Epstein.
Jim Epstein. And so this is where I can officially say in the credits he is listed as Santa Jim. That's his
Santa
name,
Jim.
Santa Jim. And that's what I refer to him as. Santa Jim.
That's had him listed as asshole Santa in mine.
That's good.
Because
That's
he
good.
is. He's just an asshole.
Literally bad.
He's bad Santa.
They want him to be bad. It's literally like they were like, well, we can't actually have that person here, but we want someone to embody bad Santa. And that's totally his character is that.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Maybe, dude. We'll see.
I love that fucking movie.
But yeah, this is the part though. She's out there and she's dealing with him, and as if that wasn't bad enough, right? Just dealing with this weird, pessimistic, dickheaded guy,
cynical Santa.
He crosses the line.
Yeah, why aren't you home and baking cookies with your husband or some shit?
Making dinner for your husband.
Oh yeah,
which is the double cross the line, right?
Yeah, like
because her husband doesn't exist anymore. He's on a milk carton. Something.
Aliens came and got him.
But on top of that, he had to go I'm a misogynist route.
And your ass needs to be in the kitchen.
Yes.
God damn it, woman, go make me a turkey pot pie.
This is a woman who's literally a law enforcement officer.
Worked really hard for it, apparently, the way her dad kind of treated her.
And so it's out again. I feel like it was the double slap when he decided to say that.
Because she just looks at him, it's like, what the fuck did you say to me?
And so luckily, this man,
he's saved by the radio, dude.
She got another call.
And she technically kind of can't do anything to him.
This call, though, was nuts, dude. The way she asked about this, she says, we're going to need you to go out to the abandoned house. Not like, she did give a street, I'll say that. But she said it she wasn't like out on Watson, the abandoned house. She said, the abandoned house.
It's the town abandoned house. Like,
that's
everybody knows this house.
It's the only one in the entire town. They're constantly
running drunk teenagers out of this house. They are.
Because again, it's the only one.
Oh, it's like the one down in Clearfield that we all fucking used to go sneak into.
But so I laughed so hard that it was literally like the abandoned house.
Every small town has one, man. The haunted house on fucking Elk Street or whatever.
And at first she's like, why can't Giles do it?
He's taking a missing persons report. Her Lana Roach's husband is here. She hasn't been seen since yesterday or Thursday.
Yeah.
He's very upset. You can see the guy. He's very upset.
This is key. This is the woman.
Yeah.
Again, I only say it's key beginning? Because this is what I was saying about before. It's only like background mentioned. It's not, no one has actually said that woman was
the one
with
Jordan.
Nobody has said anything else. It's all been speculation so far. They just paint it in the background.
Right.
It's
and
so
fucking
weird.
The secretary chick's not helping. She's like, I bet she's with Jordan. They ran off together. And
I know this. She said, I know this.
I have sources.
Yeah. So again,
she's the gossip of town.
So it's so weird how they do this weird dancing around.
They really want you to think it's somebody in this town doing this.
Well, and they don't want you to know that those people that were killed were definitely them. You know what I mean? Like they keep dancing around whether that's what's happening.
We can't know that for sure until
because again,
5
she
minutes
said
from
they're
now.
probably not even in town anymore.
Yeah, they fucked off. They're gone. They went to like Vegas or something.
But the reason she needs to go to this abandoned house, right?
Some carolers found a bad
smelled.
Yep. It's like, well, it's
probably
abandoned house.
Raccoons. They got to go to the house because the smell was just that bad.
Yep.
I would almost say I don't believe something like that, but I mean, when she gets out there and we see how close to the house, because again, the main reason I would say I wouldn't believe it is because they said it's carolers.
Yeah. So
in
they're
an
outside.
abandoned house.
Why would they be?
They wouldn't have been singing at the abandoned house.
Exactly.
So at first I was like, they wouldn't have been close enough to know it smelled bad.
But when
when you see her, she is so far. She is so far out on that curb, and she's just like, ooh. And I was like, okay, so
yeah, no, the carolers were just walking past the house.
If the smell was that bad, yeah, okay, then maybe it is possible.
As soon as you like pull up to the curb, you're gonna throw up.
So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm wrong. I lied. It is definitely so bad. Those carolers were not even close to the house.
Right.
And they were like
across the fucking street at the other house trying to sing.
Do you smell that?
Right. Just sitting there coughing through like fucking come hear the bells. Come hear the bells. Oh,
I can't handle it.
Oh, what is that?
But so she smells this. She busts into the house. Rightfully so. I mean, I'm not trying to...
Suspicious smells.
And she's trying to find it. And she is gagging her whole way through the house. Right. I want to point out how outrageous it is that she makes it through the house to the basement and finds this guy before the dead woman.
Yeah.
We don't.
She was in like the living room. She was in like she just
exactly
turned left instead of right. She'd been right fucking
the
there.
room where light was coming into the house from. So your eye would naturally have gone that way.
Maybe
with blood splatter all over the walls.
You know, you check the basement first, man.
Apparently.
Skip everything else. You go straight to the basement. That's where all the stuff is.
She hits the basement. The smell is overpowering. She vomits.
Yep.
As one would. I don't care what anybody wants to say, unless you're used to that.
I guess.
And if you're used to that,
I feel bad for you.
Exactly. So everybody will vomit in my head.
Yeah.
Then she gets close enough to find out
it's Jordan, the guy who didn't show up to work today.
This is when we finally again. This is
our
confirmation. This is the 25-30 minutes in before we get the official. Is. These were the people from the have beginning been speculating.
Yep,
that was them. That's definitely them.
And they was fucking.
While she calls it in. Back to the headquarters, back to our receptionist girl. She's like,
Becca?
Doesn't matter. I just say receptionist.
Starts with a B.
Sometimes you're too worried about the name.
Yeah.
People know receptionist girl. They'll know who it's. There weren't multiple receptionists. They'll know what I was talking about. But yeah, she pulls out she's talking to her. She's just like, he's here.
He's dead.
Are you sure it's him?
Yeah, pretty goddamn sure.
Are you sure he's dead?
Yeah. He's got a bunch of fucking Christmas lights blasted around him. Like I feel like he's dead. He smells dead.
In the middle of talking to him, in the middle of talking to her, she has the revelation, right? Where she's like, "Oh shit, you said
he was with that Atlanta whatever the fuck name."
Again, all speculation.
The chick whose husband was looking
and it's
for
true.
her.
All speculation. We do know it's true at this point. But all speculation. So it was really wild that she was just like, I have to stop everything because you told me that there was a rumor that those two were fucking.
Yeah, so I got to search the house and find her now. She might be hurt.
She says, don't do that. That's not safe.
Wait for backup.
Which is true. But at the same time, you're already in the basement. You're in the most unsafe,
right?
No matter what.
You have the whole rest of the house to get out.
Well, no matter what. You're in the most unsafe place.
Yeah, you
can't
trapped.
leave. You're trapped. If the killer's in the house, you're in the worst place. So no matter what, you need to leave the basement.
Have fun. She draws her gun finally.
Well, and like
10 minutes of being in this fucking house, she finally draws her gun.
It's like naturally leaving the house. She was gonna find this. Like it's not even. She wouldn't have had to go looking. She was gonna see it as she walked out the door.
That room I didn't look in when I first walked.
Oh, that room my eyes are now immediately looking at because it's the way out of the house.
That.
And it is like I said, there is blood all over the walls.
But the phone's like ringing too. That's like the only reason she wouldn't have even went in there if it wasn't for the phone ringing. She's not a very good cop, is she?
And she answers the phone again. Not something she should have done. It's an active crime scene,
right?
Despite hearing it ring. She knew who it was.
Yeah, the poor husband trying to find his wife.
With Giles there. Giles is on the... Giles is like, what are you answering that phone for? And she's like, who are you? Why are you calling me?
She turns the fuck around and finds the collage of body parts that this killer has set up.
The last one being inside
in the cabinet. System. It's like the head.
Oh, dude, that was so crazy.
What was left of the head? It wasn't even like a whole head.
No, it was just it was like a bloody stump of a head inside that thing. She turns around almost.
So the gore effects in this movie are Spot
almost
on.
takes out the sheriff.
Yeah, because
she whips around
because he says something and she turns around. He almost shoots her in the fucking face. He's like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
It's his fault.
Yeah, you should announce yourself long before you just come up behind somebody.
And then he starts blaming her.
Right? Just like, you want to go home? You're shaking.
You can handle this.
We both know you're not equipped for this kind of thing. It's like, oh, you're that kind of asshole.
Well,
I thought you were a regular asshole.
Well, even now, you still can't tell that it's necessarily misogynistic, or if it's just because she wasn't able to hold her stomach, right? Like, it could have just been him literally reading the situation.
He's amazingly calm during the whole thing.
He is, though.
He just like looks around, looks at sees the boot prints. He's just like, "Ooh, big,
now's when we get the
fella."
Well, and now's when we get the line from him about the she was fucking the whole town.
Yeah, right. Because they're pulling the bodies.
That guy
out.
should have been listening to me.
Hey,
I told him not to do this.
This is what you get when you don't listen to me. I told him she was fucking the whole town.
Right now, it's still kind of on the fence. We don't know exactly why he's an asshole. He could be justified. He could be justified.
Could have been you're trying to look out for her, or it also could have been you're being an asshole.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Like,
I mean, we know.
Yeah, we know. But like, if the first time you watch it, you're like, oh, I mean, he could be like just looking out for her because she's emotionally vulnerable and shit, or you could just be like, because you're a girl,
right? Now is during this conversation is when we have to point out that the British comes out.
It does.
He drops the bloody.
He's like, what a bloody mess, and the accent comes out
Yes.
super thick.
Well,
and then like 2 seconds later, he says it again for some
half
reason.
the bloody town.
Yeah,
it's
half the bloody town. I'm like, man,
the first bloody was literally could be the word bloody.
it just sounded
as a
British
descriptor.
the way he said it.
Yes.
The
This one
second
though,
one,
this
it
one
was
was
such
the
a British way to say it.
Yeah, he was using it to describe,
but
not actual blood.
Half the bloody town.
Yes.
I can't do Malcolm McDowell's
it's okay.
accent.
But yeah, this was the point where it was just like, I don't even know what they're trying to say. Like, I feel like the director lost it. He lost it. Someone lost it.
It's the AD. It's the assistant director. His B fucking tier fucking shit. Reshoots. He was tired. Didn't want to do it.
The other thing that gets brought up right now that I thought was obscenely weird. Aubrey is like, you think it was the husband? No, it couldn't have been the husband. He was at work all day. And she just immediately drops the... But this level of brutality, it had to be someone that knows them.
And I was personal or something.
I was like, isn't every documented serial killer we know usually that kind of brutal, and they don't know the victims?
They kind of hunt them down. It's
I was
the
like,
point of a serial killer.
I feel like it's so bizarre that she says they had to know who did this to them.
It's because it wasn't a hooker. It's always a hooker if it's a serial killer.
I don't know. It was. I just felt. I was like, I don't know what they were trying to do with her saying that, but it wasn't right. Then Malcolm McDowell says, "It's okay. I'm gonna need you to keep hunting down clues about all this shit going down. I'm gonna go set up our own HQ." And I was like, "You mean you're just gonna go back to the police station?
You're just gonna go back to the office?
Like you're not." You're not
gonna go like set up a fucking mobile tent with like radios and shit.
Because we already know that you probably just walked here. You didn't even drive.
It's like a block away, man.
Right? So I was like, why did we have what?
He really, really wants to be an important cop. Like he wants like NYPD fucking level shit.
He thinks he's in an action movie moment.
Yes.
Like when you were earlier, you were like, it's like he thought he was in that was one of those. Like he was like, I need to set up a mobile HQ.
And it's even better because
he thought he was calling SWAT in.
Like here in a second, Aubrey's like, well, we can't even get any help. The road's closed or some shit. He's like, good, no goddamn FBI, ATF, or CSI Miami. I'm gonna bring this guy in myself. And it was like, man, you are so wanting to be Dirty Harry. It's not even funny.
It was wild, dude. We leave them assuming everybody's just doing these jobs.
They're
now.
Just gonna go do cop things.
And we get to see the seedy underbelly of Cryer, Wisconsin.
Yep. This is the drugs and porn scene.
This is so wild to me. So we've got the seedy underbelly of this town is softcore porn.
Yeah.
It's softcore porn.
Yes.
Like she's not
They're
she's not up in the hotel.
The town's economy isn't bad enough for like hardcore porn. Like
Yeah,
it's like
I'm
it's just a
saying,
little
like,
titty.
she's not up in the
some
room getting railed
bikinis,
by some dude.
Yeah, no, she's just up there like showing her tits, you know, like some sexy Christmas poses.
That's it too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all it is.
There's no action
But they're
going on.
They're like shooting it like it's the most seedy
dude,
fucking
and
shit.
they are talking.
They got
about
like
it.
the coke on the fucking table.
Well,
and
this
shit.
is my problem. Like, I get this is 2012. This is before OnlyFans. This is before OF. This is none of that stuff going on here. Was it that lucrative of a business? Like, if they would have told me, if they would have ended it with her payment was the free drugs, I would have said, okay,
that makes
sure.
sense.
She did a couple of lines of blow to show some
her
titties.
tits and take some fun pictures. Works.
She got paid money.
Yeah, no, a fat stack of money.
On top of free
that
drugs.
envelope was thick, dude. There had to have been like $2,000 in there.
Was softcore porn that big of an industry?
Maybe her tits were just that great. We never really got to see Tiffany's tits.
I don't know. She leaves.
She does. She leaves. Like right.
She does her one line. Gets her
thanks
envelope,
everybody. Fucks off.
Y'all have fun. Kind of winks at the one girl, I guess, insinuating maybe there was a kiss. It would have been one kiss, too, right? Like, it wouldn't even been a lesbian
They touched each other's boobs.
Something.
Right.
Like, the way this whole scene played out, that's at best what it was.
Right.
As she walks out, we see who's coming in.
It's our evil Santa.
Man, this bitch is lucky.
She literally 2 minutes.
Well, right now.
Right now. She walks past him and like fucking is like, creep?
It's weird
ass motherfucker gets in the car.
He
and
knocks
leaves.
on this door, and I want to talk about the scene going on inside before we even get to the opening of the door, right? Because this gives us a little bit more look of what was happening before she left.
It is the softest of softcore porn.
Because he's snapping pictures. Why is the other woman recording
him taking pictures?
Who's buying that video? Who's buying a video of just the girl being like this? And flashes.
Really needs to see them take the bra off.
You're going to have an epileptic seizure watching that video because of the flashes from the camera.
It's like the scene in Austin Powers. He's like, yes.
It is, though.
No.
It was so wild to me. I was like, I pseudo understood the regular. Again, I barely understand that softcore porn was making them that kind of money.
Much money.
But
cocaine fucking money.
Yes, but I at least understand, like, maybe, right? I don't understand the video at all. There is no part of me that understands the
video. I guess.
Don't know. Yeah, that's
plot reasons. I understand why it's there.
It's police safety, right? Like, no girl can try to say they raped me because they're gonna be like, no, we have
video of the whole thing.
Seedy softcore porn, yes. Rape. No.
It's actually smart.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's just for their own safety to make sure like nothing crooked happened here. Everybody was having fun, doing drugs. Everybody got paid.
And now, like we said, the plot reason the camera is here.
The
plot reason they needed to videotape
this
later. Yes. So the guy knocks on the door. This was both my favorite and like the thing that makes me personally hurt the most. This scene, the whole thing. Because again, like when it first starts, I mean, personally to me, it didn't matter that much. But yeah, so like he knocks on the door, this girl opens it, and he drops down the craziest solid black sickle I have ever seen. It's like
nuts.
It's like on a police baton,
but it's got a big like
a big long metal
on it.
Yes, dude.
And he just straight up into the gut with it.
This was
she doesn't even make a noise. Nuts. She just fucking and dies
while she is answering the door / dying. The other two don't even know. Like they're still taking pictures.
And the girl, she has her tits out. She's
finally,
like, wait.
She kind of looks over.
Hey, something's happening.
That's
over
not
there.
Right. Oh no,
Frank, run! He's like, huh? Turns around. And,
this poor guy. This is the part. This is the
motherfucker.
part I was saying. Personally,
I get it. I get it.
Seedy
porn dealer. I don't think he deserved this.
This was rough. Straight to the groin.
Right to the gooch, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Straight up, just
our porn actress, whatever you want to call her.
Her name is Maria. She's a lovely girl.
I'm going to give you kudos for the fact that you got these names that good for everybody. Normally, you're not the guy, but
because I made a point because I'm usually not the guy. I was like, I'm sick of not knowing anybody's name. I'm going to make fucking sure.
Well, I am giving you kudos because you're on top of it more than I am, and normally I don't even try.
The
I just pick
guy's
up on
name
them.
is Frank, and the girl who died a second ago's name is Gloria.
I knew Frank. You are way too over the top this time.
I didn't mention it before.
I need you to tone it. I need you to tone it down 2 notches for the next one, sir.
I know everyone's name. I am the smartest.
But yeah, so at this point though, Frank is a goner.
Yeah.
What'd you say her name was?
Her name's Maria.
Maria has now run to the bathroom
and tries to go out the window and falls in the almost like half covers her own face with the fucking curtain that's made of plastic.
This is intense.
Yes.
Right? This is one of those really intense moments.
Yeah, this is one of the better ones in the movie where I'm like, oh fuck, is she gonna make it?
Yeah. And I thought she was gonna make it.
Yeah, dude. No, I did
honestly
too. Because he starts trying to like choke her with the towel thing.
I don't buy this.
Our boy Frank ain't dead.
I don't buy that.
I don't either. But he manages
that
to pull
to the.
Oh, dude,
he was
so
done, dude.
The
blood loss from that.
He would have died in 10 seconds. That's a lot of arteries and things.
He's the savior. He fires a shotgun
right through the wall, barely misses the Santa. So he's like, oh fucker. He goes back to deal with
and
Frank.
She goes through the window finally.
Fucking cool scene. Or shot of her like dropping into the
trash pile.
Oof. Luckily, most of was leaves, so she didn't. She's kind of a nice soft cushion landing. Tits out. She spends so much. This is like 5 minutes of this poor chick with her tits out running around. I hope this actress was paid real good for the amount of time she was naked running around outside. In the room is one thing. She's outside now where people can see her.
Yes.
Just running for her fucking life until she gets to the fucking the Christmas tree grove.
I want to address the fact that not only could people have seen her, people should have seen her.
Yeah,
this is like a seedy hotel.
Suddenly there is no one in this fucking crap hotel.
And it's a Christmas tree farm to sell things.
No one on Christmas Eve.
Not a person.
Not a person.
Not even the guy that should be working in the middle of the
Especially when
day.
they still have a bunch of trees.
Yes,
bullshit.
None of this.
Somebody should have seen
Somebody
her.
was there. Somebody would have seen it. She gets she runs past the wood chipper. If you didn't know, you know.
As soon as I
right?
saw it. As soon as I saw the wood chipper, I was like, nope.
It literally gets turned on, and then she starts running
back toward it. What is wrong? She was by that weird little barn thing.
She kept going that way.
Yeah, she should have went past
it. No,
she turns around, goes back the way she fucking came.
Like it was a literal wall stopping her.
Tried to run past the wood chipper. And Santa pops out of nowhere and fucking just cuts her goddamn leg off.
And then feeds the rest of her. We don't even get we don't even worry about this. She's gone. And literally
it was so brutal, man.
Basically never mentioned again.
No. But her name gets mentioned. But
they
never find her. We never get
she's the mystery.
Yeah, we never get the cops showing up and finding
and being like, oh, there's the bloody.
Yeah, that's what happened to the poor girl in the video. Nope. Poor bitch.
Right now, we need to address one scene we skipped over, just because it's going to become relevant again soon. Our fuckboy, again, you know his name.
Fuckboy Dennis.
Dennis. We didn't address the scene with his grandpa.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was right before.
I don't even remember when.
It might
that
be
happened.
right after this. Oh, well.
No, I'm seeing. Then one of the next ones we got is going to be at nighttime when they're singing, which if it's when they're singing, he grabs the girl right after the song. Right. Trust me, we skipped it. I don't know where it was supposed to be.
I don't know how we skipped it.
It wasn't important though. That's how we skipped it,
right?
Because it has. That's so we can
weird.
Address this real quick. It has no attachment to anything.
It's like they tried to put some kind of supernatural element into this movie.
Let's start with what happened. So this again. We just wrapped up a scene. I don't remember where this one went. It doesn't matter. It can fit here.
Fuckboy Dennis goes to visit his
we don't even know him. That's the beauty here.
Grandpa.
Like when we say fuckboy Dennis. I mean, you guys don't. We didn't know him when we see him on the screen.
Nope.
Is anybody
it just
to
cuts
anybody.
To this guy and a grandpa. He steals his money and shit. And you're like, oh, well, you're an asshole. And then the grandpa starts talking.
Well, and he mentions he's fucking his groupie Jessica, or Tiffany, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I'm fucking her real good, but I gotta get out of here. And then fucking grandpa grabs him and starts being like, Christmas is the scariest night of the goddamn year.
Don't you ever forget.
If you see Santa, your ass better just run. And then like demon laughing.
Well, and it was like demonic overtones before the phrase was finished, and then the demonic laugh. So again, there are two reasons we need to point it out. One, we're almost to where Dennis pops up again, so we need him here. Two, this is one of the other references to the original movie. Because the grandpa
in the original like this.
Was the grandpa to the killer. And he told his grandson that the night before his parents were slaughtered, which inspired him to then be a killer.
This is just thrown in here to misdirect you again, I guess.
Because again, there's no demons.
No, there's no mysticism. There's no paranormal.
This voice would make you think there is.
It really would, man.
And then the nurse
comes in and is like, he hasn't spoken in like
he's catatonic. And literally Dennis was even like, yeah, I fucking know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
telling you it's weird.
I'm saying this is fucking strange.
Check him the fuck out. And she's just like, nah, it's time for a sponge bath. You want to help? And he's like, man, bitch, get out of my way.
I'm done with you.
And yay, Dennis is in trouble.
Now, the thing I want to say about that sponge bath line, was she coming on to him?
The way she was looking at him made it seem that way.
Thank you. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Want to help me sponge bath?
He left like.
You want me to help you rub down your naked grandpa?
Like the way he left, he played the scene the way it was intended, right?
Yeah.
Which was to be like, I'm not going to help you do your job.
Yeah.
But the way she played the scene
was like she was trying
to be like, you want to play in a bathtub with me?
Want to be dirty? You're like, no, bitch, not that dirty. Fuck.
I'm glad that I wasn't the only one who thought they were acting in different scenes, right? Like they were acting for scenes that were the same but different movies. It's like the Hallmark thing.
I feel like the director told the women in this movie, like, pretend you're in a porno.
Yes.
Like that is your one acting note for this whole movie. Pretend you're in a porno. Yeah. Unless you were the main character chick, pretend you're in a porno.
So yeah, now though, is like I was saying, this is where we can really start to see some change ups going on, right? So like, and why we needed to go ahead and address this scene, because I'm pretty sure we had already skipped it. At this point, the hunt is full on.
Yeah,
right?
They're looking for killer Santas.
Yes. Well, at this point,
or a killer.
A killer. They still don't even know like all of the extent of it.
Yeah.
Right now, they still just think it's their cop buddy. They think they're still just dealing with
that
one death. They don't know about the little girl.
Yeah, they haven't found the people in the hotel yet. None of that shit.
Yeah, they know about the one. We see Aubrey at this point. She calls back to the precinct, and she's just trying to figure. She's trying to like piece together all the stuff that's going on. Right? She's just like, I don't understand what do you mean this can. It seems she's still talking about that crime. She's just like, it doesn't make any sense. Connected. I don't understand. Like it just, people don't do stuff like that.
It had to have been like personal. A random person doesn't just come in and do this.
The receptionist now brings up this stupid fucking article, and it's been brought up once before, and it will be brought up 100 times in this movie, and I don't know why.
Well, Christmas just drives people nuts. It makes them kill people, and blah, 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 blah.
And so literally Aubrey hears it, and she's just like, well, I guess. Maybe.
That's fine.
That's how they play it every time.
And this is where they finally get the two calls. They get the call
this is
for
the double
hotel
call.
And
double call. That's what I was gonna say.
The mom from
and again,
the little
by
girl.
chance, while she's talking to the receptionist.
Yeah. Like about fucking like Christmas murders. And it's like, oh, you talking about Christmas murders? Here's a couple more.
It's so weird. Well, and again, when she right before the calls come in, and she tells her to look up holiday kills,
murders and shit.
She acts like she brings like the article got brought up and then was not being talked about, and she brings it up again to say that's why you should look up holiday kills. And I'm like, you're dealing with multiple and Christmas lights strung around a dead body. I don't think you needed to say, you remember that article? That's why you should look that up for me right now. I think if you just would have said, if you look it up for me, she'd have been like, I mean, Christmas lights.
I've been reading, I mentioned it earlier. I actually kind of already have the article.
But no, they just have to like
right here.
weird exposition. Yeah, exactly. They might as well have just like brought it out every time they talked
the
about
damn
it.
magazine.
It was so
Or well,
crazy.
send me the link on your iPhone. Or
yeah, so
whatever the
like
fuck.
they get the phone calls about both right now, right? So we get the one call about the hotel and the other call. Well, what's funny though, if you listen to these, they get 3 calls, and one of them is the call about the girl in the wood chipper.
Oh, it is.
She,
but
the
they
one
never,
lady was the crazy lady,
Betty. She's
and
like
they
something
said that
about
she
blood.
just saw blood,
There's
and she
something
didn't
about
specify.
blood. And then
And
the
so
one
she
about the
probably saw
hotel.
blood flying
Flying
in the air, and they thought she was crazy.
'Cause
this is
Crazy
the
Betty.
that's the only time it gets mentioned is that
They
Crazy
never
Betty
go,
saw.
poor bitch. They never go find her or nothing. She's just gone.
But well, in all fairness, so they were dealing with this other stuff.
I guess.
So yeah, as soon as this happens, they're like, okay, sheriff says, I'll go deal with these. I know the people.
Yeah,
right.
I'll go. I know the family.
And then I want you to take
you
the
and
hotel.
Giles go to the hotel.
Yeah, you figure out what's going on down there. We need to get to the bottom of all this, right? He goes to deal with the family. I don't even care if it's the first one. I just want to deal with this because this was outrageous, because we need to address it right now. It was daylight when that kid died.
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock in the fucking morning.
It is nighttime.
Yes, like full 12 hours later.
How long did this woman wait to report her dead kid?
She didn't get to take her heart pills. You think she passed out?
I don't. Maybe
That bitch
Holy
with
shit,
that
dude.
little girl smacked her heart
Holy
pills out of her
shit,
hand. She
dude.
might have
She might have
almost died herself.
Did not even think about that.
Fuck that little girl.
Holy shit, dude! I swear to God,
I literally just thought of it myself just now. I was like, why was she smacked in piss? She might have passed out.
Maybe, but yeah. So
wakes up, finds your daughter dead in the fucking front door.
Either way, though, the mom definitely just called. She's literally drinking on her porch when
Dude,
the
fucking
cops shows
full
up.
bottle of vodka,
Yes,
just
dude.
like, I can't deal with this.
He's like, I'll go check it out.
No,
you don't.
once you
can't
see it, you can't unsee
unsee it. I was like,
yeah.
and they show it, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, the bastard put her under the tree like
Yes.
a present. Just like, here's your shitty daughter. Left the fire poker in her face.
Rough, awful.
McDowell handles it like it's the most normal thing in the world. He's just like, yeah, she's dead. Gets on the radio like, yeah, what do you guys see?
And so now we get to hear about the
They go over to the
hotel.
like, we got 2 bodies. It's pretty fucking brutal.
Again, 2, because they don't know about.
And
the other
they found
girl.
they fucking never find poor third titty bitch. She's gone.
Yeah,
Poor
yeah, they're in the
Maria.
hotel. They're like, we don't know. They see the stuff about Mr. Snow,
Yeah, there's
Drug
a
dealer.
phone number for a Mr. Snow
drug dealer.
Yeah,
obviously,
the
right? I just want to
cocaine.
say this now.
Cocaine.
I want to say this
he
now.
could have came up with a better name.
I don't care about that. I want to address this now because these cops are morons from this point out about that name, because they act like he's the killer, not the drug dealer from here on out. And I'm just like, Mr. Snow?
Yeah, because drug dealers are known for killing their clients. It's
She
great.
even says
Yeah,
that,
it's
but
like
then they
great
keep
for
doing
business.
it. Then they keep
and
doing it.
McDowell's just like, nope, it's that guy.
Okay.
Gotta find him.
But so yeah, while they're there, they find out the Mr. Snow for sure. She sees the camera. She's like, we gotta take that back so we can watch that.
Maybe we'll get lucky, right?
Maybe they'll get lucky.
The best thing they find out on that video is that, like, oh well, the mayor's daughter was there.
Well, before we even get to them watching the tape, we get that little bit of segment that I was talking about, where we get I don't know if they were trying to be mean girls or what they were doing, where we see all the 4 girls singing the song, the carol outside.
Oh yeah, the carolers,
with Tiffany.
Unnecessarily sexy carolers.
That's what I was saying. Again, it's like Mean Girls, but at least in
they're not-
Mean Girls they were singing a sexy song.
Yeah.
These girls are dressed sexy, but
Singing
still just singing normal.
I think they were actually singing Silent Night, weren't
They were.
Yeah, and they're just dressed unnecessarily slutty.
Why?
So the preacher has an excuse to
To
come up and
be
fucking
dirty
be a
preacher.
dirty preacher.
And
you see
would
like
not
the,
argue with that.
the POV shot from like the truck, so
that way we know
you know
someone's
the
watching.
killer's watching him.
The only other thing this scene sets up for us is, in case you hadn't pieced together, that when Fuckboy said Tiffany, he meant the mayor's
The
Tiffany.
daughter, yeah.
You literally see Fuckboy swoop up
in,
and grab
grab
her
her,
to,
yeah.
to dip out.
Yep, we're gonna go do naughty thing.
Yeah. And so again, the main reason we have to mention the scene is it sets up for us the Reverend.
Yep. He's so creepy, dude. He takes like 9 pictures of their tits and the front of their dress. It's not like they were so tight you could see like the camel toe
Yeah,
or
I don't
anything.
know.
Like it was just like
It's
you were
just the tits. He
unnecessarily
asks
creepy.
twice, and again, they all act
They do.
okay.
They're all
None
just
of them
like,
are-
"Ah,
None of them are uncomfortable about
no,
it. None
it's
of them
like
are,
he has a camera. It's
ugh,
fine.
It's so wrong.
This will further my modeling career.
Now we can go to
The
the
church.
well, no. First is
Oh, is it the?
the inside where they're watching the tape.
Oh, yeah, that's
we
right.
see the tape now.
That's right.
Uh,
I got
they want to give us a little bit of a break in between. We don't get a lot of weird cutaways. This is probably the only one where they did this back and forth a little bit. But it was mainly because they wanted to have that shock moment of the Santa mask.
Yeah,
in
where it
between
scares the
all of
shit
these
out
things
of 'em.
happening. Yeah. So now they're
and
watching the tape. They see the tape.
McDowell's like way too into the video. He's like super watching her tits. He's just like,
That's the other reason. That
I'm
it's-
watching for evidence.
That's the other reason that's intercut right here is because we just saw the daughter. It's like to
Yeah.
really like play home. Like she is a fucking wild.
She is doing
chick,
shit
right?
she shouldn't be doing.
It's funny. Aubrey tries to play the scene like, can we please, like we
Can we
should
fast
forward? We
forward?
don't need to talk about that. We no.
Yeah,
And
we
he
should-
just goes, no. Can we all just make sure to remember make a note that I need to talk to the mayor? Like he's such a dickhead while they're trying to be like, let's pretend like it's not there.
Yeah, he's like, no, I need to talk to the mayor about his whore daughter.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I need
how
to
he
make
says
sure he keeps that bitch in line.
it. In the middle of that, we cut to the Reverend and we get the death there.
The church is empty except for this one little old lady, this sweet old lady. She puts the money in the collection bowl, and the fucking asshole takes it and puts it in his goddamn pocket.
Well, he digs through and takes out all the big bills.
And then sits there and fucking yells at her.
No, this is what was crazy. He doesn't. You're not giving. He does yell at her. But you're not even giving credit to how wild it was because he
starts
takes the
going
money.
off.
The Santa dude comes in and sits down and he's in the middle of his sermon and it starts off reasonable. It really does. He's like, people forget about the reason for the season, and you think he's about to get into
It's
some
all these
decent
like, you
stuff.
think of all the happy things.
Then he starts to get off the rails about like, you remember how awful that first night was, right? And
he is literally like screaming in this poor
out
old
of
lady's face.
out of nowhere in the middle of the rain. I mean, literally out of nowhere. He's in the middle of talking about baby fucking Jesus and the manger, and he yells internet pornography
and American Idol.
Thank you. This man is insane. This man is
That
insane.
was great.
Thankfully, this is probably the only death in the
Where
movie.
I'm just like,
Well,
kill
actually,
this-
that's not true.
Uh,
There are
no,
several
there's a
deaths in the
couple.
movie I'm completely okay with, but this is one of them for sure. Literally in the middle of freaking out with the American Idol shit, he steps closer and closer to the Santa, which
Right.
was his own fucked
He
up
fucking
mistake.
puts his hands right on the fucking pew in front of him and starts.
Dude just pulls the knife, slices his hand clean.
like
yeah,
all of his fingers.
Like,
Not
I mean,
even his
literally the
fingers,
man's-
right here. Like
Yes,
the
I was
middle
gonna say,
of
it's
his
his
fucking
hand.
hand.
It's his
It just
hand.
literally
That's
cuts
what I'm
it
saying.
all in half. It's just thumb.
it's wild, and then just
I love
then
it.
starts prison shanking.
Yeah,
him.
dude, just.
I love that it was a prison shank, dude. Like,
That
why? Why
poor
was
old
that
lady.
what it was?
Poor old lady is just
She
freaking the fuck
she
out.
looks up and she's literally like, I won't tell anyone.
I won't tell a soul. I didn't see anything.
Big ups to this guy.
Gives her back the collection money that
Gives
she
her money and then some.
and then some. Like all of it gives it back to her. I mean, it's a little
She's-
bloody,
her face was just like, all right,
but all right, good.
I'm good.
I mean, I didn't say anything. I didn't see shit, and you paid me.
This is the point where now that they have seen the tape, they get the shocking revelation of the Santa mask. So they have to call Giles
Who's out in the middle of Santa Central
and tell him.
we're looking for a giant, like 6'6" Santa with a mask.
And Giles is a smartass and says, "Oh, that's gonna be real easy." To which I say,
How many?
wouldn't it?
How many have a mask?
How many
Beard.
6-foot plus Santas are out there
Right.
with a
A
mask?
plastic fucking freaky mask. A beard, fine, but you
I'm
can
willing to
see
bet.
the happy eyes.
I'm willing to bet not very many.
No, none of them. They're all out there. They got the the dollar store fucking Santa beard. You can still clearly see like the top part of their face.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying.
Our evil Santa, if you pay attention and look real close, he has shit tons of black eyeshadow on to make himself look even creepier.
Yeah, well, because it's the mask already had it, and it's to like super black it out underneath
blacks
the mask.
It out and makes it look even worse.
Yeah, so again, like I said though, I feel like Giles is a douche because this actually is helpful information.
Yeah, he is not a good cop.
While calling Giles to say he needs to be on the lookout for that, she also says you should bring in every Santa that fits that description.
Every big ass Santa you can find.
This is only worth mentioning because they barely even talk about this, right? Like we cut to her again. She's at the bar. She calls in to be like, hey, I found a guy I think fits our shit.
Yeah, he's kind of weird and he's huge.
But when she calls back and they show the receptionists inside the office,
it's fucking full of Santas.
I love that because that's one of those subtle, like, you have to be paying attention to understand that how funny that is. Because it literally means that Giles has just been, like, probably running back and forth, right? Like,
Santa,
he's handcuffing one at a time,
come here.
running to the station, going to get
and
another
then
one.
going back outside.
It's so comical to think about how that had to have happened.
I want to see that scene. I want to see him just constantly running back and forth.
And they don't even address it. They're just like, whatever.
Police station is full of fucking Santas.
So good. And literally, like, she's like, the receptionist is like, I don't think he's going to want to talk to you.
Yeah, he's already talking to some Santas.
She even said to her, I think I found a Santa, not knowing that the place is full of Santas.
Full of them.
She's like, I don't think he's going to care.
Because he's
already... And he, in all fairness, he didn't. He was just like, okay, sure. I guess talk to him some more.
Yeah, see, just don't do anything stupid. I'll be there in a little bit.
Like, I guess he sounds like he could be the guy, but he's
he
literally
lives
like
in the same hotel.
But he says that while looking at a room full of people that could also be the guy. So he's like, okay.
Yeah, he hangs up the phone. He's like, he looks at the other two Santas there. He's like, well, I mean, gentlemen, ho ho ho, and then fucks off.
But yeah, so she sits down with the guy. She's just talking to him. But first she talks to the bartender. The bartender gives her the full rundown. Carlson, something like that. 2 S's. I know that.
Yeah, there's 2 S's.
I know that because it's
2 S's, my ass.
Right? But so apparently now I'm confused. I feel like the bartender said ran the mill, but then she starts saying worked at only. Maybe I misheard the bartender.
I don't know. He used to work at the mill. Could have been important or not.
Again, it's not important
at
all.
If he was like the foreman or whatever,
the only reason I want to say...
That's even worse because he was making that money.
Well, no, the only reason I even want to say that it felt weird is because, like I said, I swear he said ran. And the reason it felt weird is she's the character who brought up the mill the first time.
Yeah. Because like the porn shit, like how the sound gets so sleazy.
It would feel weird for her then to not know the person who was running the mill.
Yeah,
that's the only, like, it stood out in my head.
She should already know who he was if the mill just
it was that important that she was
the guy who ran the thing.
Yeah, so
I agree. I didn't catch that. That's good.
The only reason. And I might be wrong. Maybe the bartender didn't say running the mill, but I swear to God, I feel like he did. And she just was like, work there, sure,
that works. I don't know this fucking asshole.
Yeah,
wearing a Santa suit though, eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, sits down with him and she's just talking to him. This was so wild, dude. How quickly she does this. She sits down, she says like 5 words to him, and then she just goes, how about Mr. Snow?
I don't know who the fuck that is. She pulls her phone out, calls the little number. His phone rings. He's just like, who the fuck told you?
Nothing though. Nothing in that scene made me think she needed to do any of that. No. He wasn't acting standoffish.
He didn't act like a cokehead.
He answered every question she had. That was so weird, right?
Man was just eating his cheeseburger, then all of a sudden it's just like, you're the fucking drug dealer.
I mean, he
was out. But he didn't. They didn't play it off that way, though.
But she didn't use any kind of police work to make that jump. She just made that jump.
She's just like, so what are you going to do for Christmas? He's like, I'm going to spread as much joy as I can, and then I'm going to go home and fuck my girlfriend in the ass.
Good on.
Good on you, bro.
But from this point on, though, they know he's Mr. Snow. He's a drug dealer.
He's the coke dealer.
This is a small town, and it makes this next scene wildly, wildly unplausible,
Yeah.
right? Like, they go on a chase. She chases him outside.
He decks her in the fucking face
with a pipe.
Yeah, like fuck smacks her right in the fucking face.
Knocks her to the ground.
Pulls the little
pulls
boot
a
knife.
boot knife on her, and I mean is literally about to kill. This woman was gonna die.
Slashes her across the fucking head.
Right?
If Sheriff hadn't have pulled in right at that last second, she was fucked.
Does it not seem a little intense to you for small town drug dealing
dealer.
almost kill a cop?
Yeah. Like one of the 3 sheriffs that are in this town.
That was a little wild.
You know, he's like the only drug dealer in town.
100%.
Like, everybody goes to this guy.
100%.
There's no fucking way he's acting this way. His ass dips. He's gone. He's gonna hide for 6 months. He'll come back.
The only thing that happened before he ran away and before all of that went down that we need to address was this is where we got our story of the urban legend.
Forgot about that. The urban legend.
To which everyone knows.
Yeah, because she even Aubrey's like, everybody knows that story.
So the urban legend is, and again, we know now, we're far enough in, we can just say this. This is the truth.
This isn't a legend. This is what happened.
This is what the movie is. Our guy here, Carson, knew this story. Don't you know about the guy? His wife cheated on him.
Then he came up with a fucking flamethrower and fucking roasted her in front of the town hall.
And then killed everybody who was
around her.
Well, no. After her, it was just supposed to be the people that needed being punished.
Yes. The bad
Until
people.
the sheriff showed up. And then he was just like, that's when it was like into the spree and he's blowing flames everywhere.
Shows up, pops him in the face.
Fucking takes him out.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to shoot the flamethrower.
I do know I wanted him to. I wanted him to shoot the flamethrower, just big explosion. But I don't think this is that kind of budget movie.
No, definitely
we don't have
not.
the budget for
Definitely
explosions.
Not. Definitely not.
We can burn shit. That's cheap.
But yeah, so the urban, that's not even like necessarily the urban legend part, because that's like a verifiable thing.
Yeah, you could go check police records.
The urban legend part of the story is that guy then went on to punish other towns this way.
Does it every Christmas.
Different town.
Just traveling around for the last 20 years.
So we will go ahead and say, at least for revealing some of it, that is what's going on here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't know about the town to town part for sure.
You'd think there'd be way more evidence of like a guy running around with a flamethrower on Christmas.
So this is all connected to this urban legend.
Yeah, this urban legend.
No one believes this is real though.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And then he runs
away,
stabs her and all that shit.
Well, yeah, does all his stuff, completely runs away, because when the sheriff shows up, he's
gone.
The sheriff scares him off, doesn't catch him, scares him off.
Yeah,
runs away.
If Sheriff hadn't have sent her back to the hotel later, he probably would have got away with the whole thing.
This is when we get the weirdest of all fucking phone calls. She calls her dad.
Yeah, she calls her dad. She's like, I can't do this shit. I choked. I had my shot and I choked on the guy.
Oh, it's okay, honey. So this is the phone call where we find out he used to be a police officer. Had not been mentioned earlier in the episode.
He's like, I was a cop for 40 years.
Was not mentioned when she said she got called into work on Christmas Eve.
You think they would have thrown in a little bit of dialogue? Like, oh, I understand. Used to happen to me all the time when I was on the force.
Nothing. None of it.
None of it.
So we find out he used to be a police officer. We also find out the Bradamore family, that's hers, have their own history with bad Santas.
He's like, the first time a Bradamore has had to take down a bad Santa.
You can do it.
And then gives her the most generic pep talk
ever.
But
we don't know what he means.
No, it's like, what are you talking about?
Now, and I understand how silly it sounds that they literally told the stupid story.
And
that
then
we're
immediately later.
And then literally seconds later have this phone call without saying it's definitely the same.
Yep.
But that's what happened here.
Nope.
And they are the same.
It is.
The movie, I will tell you, the movie doesn't tell you now. They are the same. He is the guy. He is the cop from the story.
Her dad is the cop from the story.
That's the bad Santa the Bradamores have had to run in with before.
You know, literally the very end of the movie, they're like,
it's one of those things too. Like, you either watch the movie the first time and hit the end and have that revelation of like, I remember that conversation now. or you're the kind of person that doesn't remember that, and unless you decide to watch this a second time, you'll never piece together that was supposed to matter.
That's what the fuck that was.
Right? Why would you tell this story that way?
No one did what we did, man. No one has watched this like twice in a row.
Why would you tell the story that way?
It
makes no sense to tell a story this way.
They're lucky the kills were so fun in this fucking movie.
Yeah. So at this point, though, she's had her
pep talk. Oh yeah,
dad,
you are a good cop, sweetie.
And she knows that she needs to go out, and she's got to take out. This is when she goes to talk to the sheriff again, right?
Yeah, they've got like the board. And this is where we get there's two S's.
Yes,
in Carson,
and
because he's convinced that's who it is.
Yes, exactly. I was gonna say this is she has the revelation after talking to Dad, like, I was wrong.
Yeah,
right. And she tries to convince the sheriff.
Like,
look, I know I told
sense.
you, but I was wrong. And the sheriff's just like, no, you weren't. You were right, because I believe that's right, and that's
he's public enemy number one,
right? Like, it's so crazy.
Carson with two S's.
Well, and this is even when she points out a drug dealer wouldn't get rid of his clientele,
he's like, why would
the sheriff is just like, pish posh,
yeah, whatever. They didn't pay up or something. He's like, a drug dealer with morals? Like, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Literally, when she's trying to convince the sheriff that he's not the killer, the sheriff brings up the goddamn magazine article again.
He does. He's like, I've read the magazine one bitch was talking about. It's good
enough
for me.
That's good enough of a reason to believe he's the killer.
It's fine. We'll just go with that.
Why is the magazine constantly coming back, man?
Because everyone hates Christmas. That's like the underlying, like, deep, cynical message of this movie is everyone hates Christmas.
This is also the part where we officially find out all of the weird shit from the sheriff to Aubrey is the misogyny.
Yes.
Not just like weird questioning her police ethics.
Or like her husband died. It's like, no, you're like, I don't like having a bitch on the force.
Because he now's when he's like she says this and he gives her the dinosaur speech. Like, it's back when we were cavemen.
They're like on a stakeout or something.
Yeah,
in their cars. And he's on the radio just be like, my criminal sense comes from the time of our ancestors when we used to hunt cave bear. And she's just like, yeah, I'm reading through actual like police shit, and you know that Santa that I was dealing with.
I realize now I saw something.
He was in the same town as one of these other murders that happened.
I got this for you. She was reading through remember she told the receptionist, find out holiday murders for me.
That's right.
She was reading through those, and when she read through one of them, it was in the same town at the same time she saw from the earlier, looking through his journal.
Yeah, the scrapbook.
And so she was like, they were at the same place at the same time. Yeah, and that's when he was just like,
McDowell's just like,
oh, I guess look into it.
I guess we should look into that.
But I'm still
like,
going.
The look on his face is just like.
But he said, I guess, and then he said, but I'm still following this up, right? Like, he still wasn't. He was like,
not gonna let it go.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna stay on this
because I think I'm right.
Yeah.
You go follow your little theory.
Now this is the part where it really it's so much of the movie falls apart, right? Because there is no way they have the information at their disposal right now to know that there is no way Santa Jim ever committed these crimes.
Yes,
because she was talking to Santa Jim in town square, looking like a Hallmark movie.
When little girl was getting cattle prodded.
And they know that.
Yes.
Despite the fact the mom waited 12 hours to call, they know what time it actually happened. So
autopsy reports will verify that.
Santa Jim, 100%.
He's an asshole, but he's completely innocent.
Never could have been the killer. Never, ever could have been the killer.
He just happened to that's a coincidence that he happened to be in the same area at the same time as those last murders.
It's awful.
It's just an excuse for them to chase him through the parade.
This was insane.
This is our...
Oh, wait, we can't even...
Are we not to the parade yet?
No. What happens before we get to the parade?
I don't know. What did I skip?
Fuck boy and Tiffany.
Oh, yeah. Fuck boy. Oh, I love this scene. This is the scene I wanted him to fucking have the puffball fucking beard for.
So we got to set it
Our
up.
bad Santa.
We see the mayor. He's talking to the sheriff. It's right after the sheriff.
The sheriff
The sheriff is essentially being like, "Look, I've got a deputy that said it's somebody, but it's not that person. I
I've
know
got
who
this
it is,
under
and I am
control.
going to get him right now."
It's
right?
fine. Don't worry about it.
Literally, while he's saying that to the mayor is
Being
killed.
murdered
It's
on the phone.
perfect, dude.
And
Like, it's
McDowell's just like,
the
you're
guy
breaking
doesn't-
up. I can't really understand
He
you.
doesn't even realize how hapless of a cop he is.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
so perfect.
He thinks he's such badass Uber cop.
It's
It's
good.
so good. I laughed so hard.
But yeah, so once he gets killed, though, well, before he get killed, we see that Tiffany and Fuckboy are here.
Yeah, they're
and
like,
they just go upstairs.
no, dude, they just straight up
Don't
tell
even
Dad.
care.
They're just like, we're going to the guest house. We're gonna go fuck. And he's like, hurry up. We have the parade. Like, he's so
Whatever.
done with this shit.
Yeah,
he's so done with his daughter being this way. He's like, just hurry the fuck up.
But so now he's dead. Upstairs, they're about to get it on. This is the dumbest stuff in the
This
world.
is
The
my-
acting gets horrible.
It does. The acting up to this point has been totally fine. We get to this scene with Tiffany and fuckboy Dennis. And it is
just buy into it,
it
dude. It's
just
Fuckboy.
turns into the cheapest porn dialogue ever, and they just
And the worst part,
it's so
the worst part
funny.
is Fuckboy Dennis with the. She says, "I think that's my dad."
And he's just like, don't stop. Like, goes
Both
to push
the
her head.
creepiness in the way he said it, the what he did, and then I'm
He
just
has weird kinks.
yeah. Okay, here's my
He
thing.
likes
You're
being
about
caught.
to really disturb a father and a daughter, so that is not okay. I don't care what your kinks
Fuckboy
are.
Dennis has
Time to
weird
stop.
kinks.
Time to stop and reel it back a little bit.
Fucking back up a little bit. I literally have in my notes, I hate this scene. I hate everything about it.
It's
I am
wrong.
so glad
It's-
they
yo,
die.
no, it's good. So she sneaks. This was so funny too. She's like, "I've got a special surprise for you." She sneaks off to put on a even slinkier version of
what
the
she's
outfit
already
she.
wearing.
What the fuck was
What
the
the
point?
fuck? It's just a bikini version of Mrs. Claus outfit. That's all it is.
And then she comes back into the room. Can't see Fuckboy. The bathroom door moves. Oh, Fuckboy, get out of the bathroom.
I'm done with this. I'm sick of
I
this
can't
shit.
play with you like that anymore.
And then he jumps out of the closet and she's
Wait,
like, wait a goddamn
How'd you
minute.
get over there? What do you mean?
What the fuck are you talking about? Well,
The
how'd
bathroom door.
He goes in the bathroom.
No. First, she was like, "Fuck this. I'm done. We're not doing this." And he said, "Whoa.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Like, this is not a big deal. Look, he goes in the bathroom. Like, look, there's
Dude,
nobody in here.
No, this was one of the few times like with the like I was surprised, right? Like,
Yes.
he steps into the bathroom. I was expecting like axe drop
Yeah,
from,
him to
from
die,
inside
right?
the bathroom. Fuck no, the way that
Door
fucking
just slams
swings
shut and he's hiding behind it.
Dude,
That
I
guy-
got chills.
Yeah,
that
I was
one
like,
was good.
I popped. I was like, oh, damn.
That one was good, right? That one was good.
And then
Then
I love the kill.
we get this is my
I
favorite kill.
love the
This
kill.
is in the trailers. If you guys were around in 2012 and you never watched the movie,
But
I
you s-
promise you
yeah.
saw the trailer, and this scene will make you remember. He takes that double-headed axe.
and
and
fucking side throws
He
it.
throws it like a boomerang.
Yeah,
dude,
just
down the hallway,
catches her fucking leg and she just drops.
and then takes her out.
And fucking impales her on
Yes, on the deer
on the
antlers.
deer head.
That's a
smashes
throwback
her up
to one
on
of
it.
the originals.
Yes.
In the franchise, they did that in one of the. Again, making sure they get the few things that they got right. They got to make
Yeah,
sure.
it's like the second.
yeah, gotta
thing.
make sure
That's
they get-
literally the second thing they took from the original.
Got to make sure they know.
it counts.
It counts.
There
It
we
does.
go. That's enough to make it a reboot right there. You got
I guess two kills
enough.
that are
two kills that are similar to the beginning. It's fine.
Yeah. So we officially she's gone. Now it's Fuckboy's turn.
He kicks the door out of the bathroom. Finally comes in there and then just eats axe to the fucking face.
Dude, poor Fuckboy he literally gets chopped in half.
Yeah.
Like, he gets the one in the
It is
face,
so
and then he turns
cool.
him around
and, then
and just
keeps-
starts hacking.
It's so awesome. It's
like,
like
he's lumber. Like he
they
is a log.
They had to have had like a spring-loaded fucking like dummy
Oh, no,
head
yeah,
or
for
something
sure.
for this because it splits apart so quick. It's
Definitely.
awesome. Fuck watching the movie. Just watch a compilation of the kills. That's what
Now,
you want out of this movie.
is worth pointing out because it's only something that got mentioned in passing by the mayor one time until you see this happen. Right after they got killed, we see The mayor had 2 daughters.
Yep, he has a little girl.
And he does say it one time in the movie.
I have one little girl who's still sweet and goes back
Right?
to smoking his cigarette.
And I would forgive you to forget that. Because at first, I remember watching the first time through and being like, whose little girl is this?
Doesn't she come out and like talk to him for a second?
No, she shows up. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm talking about it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I would forgive you to not remember when she shows up. Because she's only been mentioned. She hasn't shown up until right now. And so he gets finished killing everybody. He goes downstairs. No talking. This man only talks one time in the movie.
He has one line.
It's not yet.
Literally one line in the entire
and it's wrong.
movie.
When we get there, I'll talk about it. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, though, he comes downstairs and the little girl is there and she's just looking at him and he's like, oh, I guess I did kill everybody in your family. Much like the old lady, though, she doesn't deserve to die, right?
He gives her a bloody candy
cane. Fuck this noise. That old lady got like $300.
Right? Gives her, it's broken too. It's not even a whole. It's a
and it's covered in blood.
Cane.
Like you wouldn't have been able to eat that.
It's in plastic. You can wash the blood off.
Whatever. That
There's
blood
a broken candy cane.
That blood
it's
was
useless.
inside the wrapping, dude. You could see it pooling in the plastic.
Wash this off.
I'm just saying,
broken candy cane. That's what I'm.
That little
about.
girl got gypped, is what I'm saying.
And she doesn't even care. She just looks over and she's just like, "You didn't eat the cookies."
Now we slide off to our parade. Right now is when we're full on parade.
Now we're after Donald. Well,
she's after Santa Jim. Again, Sheriff still doesn't necessarily believe that, but she's after Santa Jim.
For somebody who's not actually believing it, he lucks into catching him here at the end of it.
Well, it's just because he's still looking for the other guy. He wasn't there for Santa Jim.
Right.
He was there for Stein. Carlson,
whatever. Double S.
Yeah, exactly. Double S. That's all that matters. But yeah, so she's looking for Santa Jim. And so now is another one of those mysticism parts.
Yes, because she does this weird. She's like chasing him through the crowd. She stops and does this weird like.
She closes her eyes, puts her hands in the air, and they're trying to say is listening for him, but there are like 1,000 people in the street. You're not gonna focus on his footsteps, his footfall,
right?
In the crowd.
She's playing some deep level Assassin's Creed right now.
That's exactly what it seemed like.
The
Eagle Vision.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's totally what it seemed like. But yeah, so she does her shit though, and as soon as she opens her eyes, what does she do?
She sees her dad.
She lock eyes with her dad on the float,
who has won the Santa thing, by the way, holding trophy and everything.
And he makes eyes with her. Not only does he make eyes with her, which is already a miracle. She's a face in the crowd, literally, right?
But knows what's going
knows what's going on, knows what she needs, knows which one of the 500 Santas is the one
where
he should point out.
It's like he went that way.
And just casually says, that way.
Yep, just points.
And sits back down. Did you see they even show him
he sits
back down like it was nothing?
Like, I did my part.
What the fuck was that scene, dude?
I don't know. This movie didn't know what it wanted to do.
All of that, and she's still not even the one who catches him.
No, she doesn't. It's Malcolm McDowell.
What the fuck? All of that, she should have been the one to catch him.
Fucking clothesline from hell, fucking from nowhere, just from around the corner, just smack.
You know what I mean? Like, after all of that.
It should have been her.
What the fuck?
No, it's just so McDowell can look at her and go, see? That's how it's done.
This is...
Because he's an asshole.
This movie starts to go so weird right now, right? Like, because it's like they forgot how much they still needed to finish in the little bit of time that they have
like
left.
20 minutes we have left for this movie.
So, like, we get to the police station.
They're bringing him in.
Everybody's there. Aubrey's there.
Yep.
Sheriff's there. Receptionist
Giles is there.
Like, everybody's finally back at the police station like they should be, right?
Into the movie, right? We're done.
But we know.
Fuck no.
As viewers, like you had mentioned to me earlier that I had never even thought. We as the viewer, the cops don't know, but the viewer 100% knows Santa Jim can't be the killer.
Yeah.
Because he's clean shaven.
Yeah.
The Santa is clean shaven.
And
this
Jim's
man's got
this
facial
scraggly
hair.
little red beard.
So again,
Donald Lowe's well-known redhead.
Again, and also the cops should know because of the girl. No matter what, they should know he's not the one. But they take him in. They're trying to arrest him. This was my favorite thing.
Love
They're
this
talking
monologue.
Well, but even before the monologue, my favorite part, The cop is like, what do you think the chances? What do you think the chances are? 6 people from the last place you were at, 6 people in my town tonight are dead. What do you think the chances are? Before the monologue starts, he just looks at the sheriff and goes, well, I'd say pretty good. Dissing the sheriff and his policing abilities. And the way that fucking McDowell reacted to it too. Like he was priceless. Like he was just like, oh fuck.
Motherfucker.
I can't believe you just said that.
Right? You talking to me?
And he does too. The sheriff leaves after that statement.
Right, he's like,
he doesn't even stay to talk to him. It's all Aubrey from that point on. And then now's when we get Santa Jim. It goes off on his diatribe.
I hate Christmas. Where's my figgy pudding? Where's my Rockefeller wife and happy fucking kids?
But during this piss poor fucking rant though and it's good. It makes sense. Aubrey is like, holy shit, this guy's not the
he's
guy.
Not the guy.
This guy is just a beat up man.
Yeah, this is a guy like
he's depressed. And
from what he says in the rant, I feel like his wife and kids and friends all left him.
That's
and
what he's saying.
He's just like he's just sad more than anything.
And that's what she realized, right? She totally realized that, undoes his handcuffs, and again she realizes it and just walks away. She doesn't let him out. She realizes he's not the guy and says, I'm gonna leave. While he's still ranting.
He's still yelling. He's like, I'm fucking Santa Claus. Who the hell do you think I am?
I'm not
Charles Manson?
Yes, dude. It was so good. But she was like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Again.
She tries to like go and convince the sheriff again.
She
right?
flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, she's not like, I was wrong. It was neither Stein or Santa Jim. She was like,
we've got the wrong
it was Stein
guy.
again. Right? Like she just keeps going back and forth. Sheriff's like, whatever, sure. I don't even care anymore.
Go back
if
to
you
the
want to
hotel
talk to
and
him,
look
talk
for
to him.
Go
Yeah.
look for evidence. You're
so
good
she does
at that.
She does. She leaves. She goes to look.
And Carson's there at the hotel. And the dumb motherfucker just leaves his door open while he's sorting his coke.
This is wild, dude. He immediately whips the pistol on her.
It's a nice gun.
Points it at her and says, you don't got the balls. You're not going to do that because she's got her gun out ready to shoot. I want to point out to you, this man already almost killed her.
Yeah. Why the fuck wouldn't she already shoot?
At what point would she not? She knows you will.
I'm going to have a 3-inch scar across my hand.
She's literally wearing the gauze on her hand still. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be permanent, motherfucker.
At what point would she not?
Dead center.
Yeah,
forehead.
This guy is so stupid.
His brains out.
He's a moron. Too much blow. He was on too much.
Way too much.
He's dipping into his own product. You don't do that.
You never smoke your own supply. We all know this.
But immediately after killing him, what does she notice?
The present.
She was wrong.
Again. It was not him at all. It's somebody completely different.
She calls the sheriff. She tells him, Sheriff, I'm telling you.
It's the presents.
I realized now, I noticed there were these presents. They were at every single place.
My parents got one even.
No, literally, while talking to him, she has like that revelation. She's like, my parents, I got to go talk to them. He doesn't even pay attention that she's not even like on the phone call anymore. And he's like, I have one.
And he opens it. Oh, it's a lump of coal. What the fuck? And the power goes out.
Now is when we get the part where it's just like, poor casualties left and right. Like, not the people who were intended to be killed, right?
Poor Giles, he's just like taking the trash out.
Just called over to the car.
It just happens to be like, and he just walks over. He's like, oh, this is some metal music or something.
Knock, knock, knock.
Axe to the fucking eye. Again with the eye.
Poor dude.
It's always the fucking eye.
We go inside. Fucking receptionist girl fucking runs and hides.
She like hides. She like locks herself in solitary.
This is so dope, though. The sheriff.
He come fucking one more. He had to have one last action hero fucking line, didn't he?
Love when the sheriff gets involved.
You bring a flamethrower to a gunfight. Bad call.
But it was a good call.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He says that and then immediately gets fried.
Fucking dies.
We don't see him again.
I don't even think he gets a shot off.
No, that's it. Well, and we don't even see that he actually catches fire. It's literally that's just the end of him. We don't see him anymore. We know he's gone. I absolutely love that. But again, I want to point out, Why is nobody shooting the gas tank?
I know, right? It just explode the damn
Stop shooting
thing.
the guy. Like, you're doing too much. Shoot the tank.
Yeah, just blow the motherfucker up.
In the middle, we cut away. We
gotta go to Aubrey and her mom and dad's house.
Because she remembered it's the same gift her dad got. This was so uncalled for.
Yeah, he was such a nice old man.
Nice dude.
He was the nicest.
Again, we
called it in the beginning, but I was like, I still didn't like it.
Well, and again, like, he's a nice guy. He didn't have it coming, right? But beyond that, it's more even just the fact that everybody else who got a gift, not maybe who got killed, who got a gift, right?
Kind of deserved it.
They were bad people.
Even
to
the
some
sheriff
definition.
a little bit.
To some definition.
There's more.
Well, he's a misogynist.
There's more deserving than others.
The
like
little,
the priest.
The little kid was annoying as fuck. But
fuck that little kid.
But come on now. Look,
smacking her mom's heart pills out of her hand.
But death is maybe a little much.
You could have just cattle prodded her, give her a little shot.
Right? Let her vomit a few times and been good. So
nothing a week in the hospital won't cure, right?
But her dad is, as far as we know,
he's a fucking sweetheart.
He's done nothing wrong.
He's the nicest guy.
Again, we've already told you guys it is all connected to the urban legend, and that's what it is. But that even doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. The killer is killing. That's a vengeance kill.
It is.
Like, from the killer's point of view, if you're still only punishing bad people, he was not a bad man.
No.
Regardless of who got killed.
He wasn't a bad guy.
He was doing his job and
protecting
saving
the people
other
around
people.
But even
okay, we'll get more of that at the end. More of that at the end, yeah. But so Daddy Bradamore is gone. That's the
he's
big
so
focus.
gone. He's just
guts out. This
just
This was like Thanksgiving to me.
Oh, it was so. It was
the,
so good
with
the guts hanging out.
Yes. Mom screaming from the closet.
He moved.
I saw it.
Did you see him move?
I
love the guy. He was great in this movie, but that death man, I'm like, stop moving. I can see you move.
Mom is screaming from the closet.
You're trying to stop him, that monster.
And it's like, well, at least you're here, lady.
Yeah, at least you're fine. And
with the way you're screaming, he knew where you were.
Yeah, he's so lucky. Clearly, she did nothing wrong. She was on the good list.
Mm-hmm.
The lump of coal was clearly just for Dad.
And so now she's like, well, fuck this. I'm not having this.
Oh, yeah, no. She's just like, fuck this. I'm going to get it. Like, she's loading the shotgun. Yeah. Fucking we get the Terminator fucking scene. Shit. What's her name? Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor. She's fucking the load up scene, getting ready to fucking go fuck some shit up.
We get one more shot down at the police station. The receptionist is she's about to go.
Yeah, she's hiding in the thing, and he's
coming after her,
scraping the
Donald Logue
the
starts
wall.
Screaming.
Yeah, because the fire caused the sprinklers to come on. He's like, what's with the fucking rain?
Literally, you see the Santa just stop. Like, there's another person here. I better go deal with that guy.
He sounds like an asshole. I better go deal with him. Smacks the doorknob off of the fucking cell first.
I hate that this guy had to go. I love Santa Jim.
He puts up a fight, though, man.
He calls this motherfucker out, and he puts up a fight.
Fuck
it was
you,
dope. Yes.
Fuck Christmas, and fuck your plastic face. Smack.
I loved it. He didn't win.
Not nice.
But it's only because of him that our receptionist made it.
Yeah. He saved...
If he wouldn't have distracted...
the secretary lady.
Yeah, if
he would have kicked that door in and
she would have been gone.
Yeah, just for the simple fact she worked with the people who killed the.
Well, she was just everybody in the building at this point was just extra.
Yeah,
like
free
they were. Yeah, it was happening at this point. Just Giles did nothing wrong. I mean, he was a slacker, but he didn't.
Yeah, he was a slacker.
That's
but
not
he didn't
something
do
you can
wrong.
be like. That's so criminal.
Sloth. It's one of the 7 deadly sins.
This isn't 7.
Is it? How many deadly sins are there?
No, there's 7.
Oh,
I said this isn't the movie 7.
Oh, my bad. I forgot that was a movie.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right.
What's in the box?
Exactly. At this point, though, we're really done.
Yeah,
we're
really done.
She Aubrey makes it into the facility. She gets to our receptionist. She starts running out with the receptionist. She gets her out of the building.
Yeah.
That is important.
And then we get our final fight.
Finally.
It's awesome.
It is.
There's even an axe duel.
There's
she pulls
axe
an
to
axe and she clack, clack.
She grabs the fire extinguisher axe. Yeah, so it's got the pointed end and the fire end, and he's got the double axe. Dude, I loved it.
He fucking kicks her through the glass, and she just lands on the flamethrower and pops up like, fuck you, man.
No, that was so dope. That she because at first you're like, oh, she's still done
she's
for,
fucked,
because and then you see
she lost the axe fight.
You see it as she as she's starting to move her head, they tilt the camera
and you
back.
See it.
I loved, again, not a lot of this was great,
but this was great. This was really good.
The way they did that was superb. And then she gets the flamethrower. He goes down too easy.
He does.
And why did they do this?
I don't feel like it even hurt. He's just kind of going.
Why did they do this top down? Right? Was it not?
Yeah, it did. It was from like an aerial view
of him getting hit with the flamethrower, and then him immediately just being like, ugh!
He didn't even fall. He just kind of gently laid down.
It was weird, right?
It was. He's playing dead.
But then we get the cool closing, what we think is the closing shot. I do appreciate this. I wish it would have been the actual closing shot.
End of the mask on fire.
Yes,
and just melting,
that should have been the real closing shot, not the fake closing shot.
Yes,
right?
It should have. It should just
faded to black. It's a dope visual. Seeing that faded to black.
Then we get the most confusing fucking part of the
movie.
No,
it's not the most confusing part. It's the part that makes the other confusing parts make sense. It makes the phone call to dad make sense. It makes the rest of it make sense. The only reason I was confused is because they did piss poor.
Right. That's because
remember we went back.
Yeah.
When me and Bo both had to have a talk about the ending at first. Once we talked about it, it does not make sense. I'm not trying to say that it makes sense, but what goes on is fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was more confusing than it was. It's not too confusing.
You missed the picture.
Yeah. But so the end shows us someone leave town and then a flashback start.
Yeah, he has
we see a scar on his face.
He looks at a picture.
RJ something.
Chimney sweeps,
right?
Just obsessed with fire.
And then we see the flashback. We see that the guy who went on the crazy killing spree from our urban legend story,
our OG flamethrower Santa,
had a kid,
and he's just watched.
And his kid was in the truck.
Thing.
Again, all of this information you did not know 5 minutes ago.
Nope, it's all right here at the end.
And so this guy who's been doing these killings is just the son of the other guy, and that's the reason. Like we said, that's the reason he went after Daddy Bradamore.
Yeah, you killed my dad,
which is a vengeance killing, which makes no sense.
20
why
years fucking later.
He's done this many punishment killings just to come to a vengeance killing today.
He had to practice.
He had
to get good before he could go after Daddy Bradamore, man.
I guess
because in his brain that was like that was the boss level, right? Like he had to go level up first. Cruise the country for 20 years, torching fucking sinners.
So we see though he looks at the picture for the final confirmation that was Daddy.
Yep.
And we see that because at first you're seeing it and you feel like maybe they were saying this was a flashback to him like driving into town, meaning that we don't know how he got scarred, right? But then we see that it's clearly him leaving. It says now
thanks for visiting or whatever the fuck.
Crier, Wisconsin or wherever. It's Crier for sure.
Crier, yeah. That's a weird town name.
But so he is clearly survived everything, which I think makes sense. At first, when you think he died, and then you see the beginning part of this, and you're like, it has any connection to original flamethrower guy?
His Santa suit had to be flame retardant, right?
And so
that explains why it looked like he just laid down instead of fell.
But again, this is what I was saying. This is why I was saying you were wrong that the ending makes things not make sense. No, it makes things make sense. It doesn't make sense that they waited this long to tell us this.
Yeah.
Because it makes some of the things we saw make sense in a way that they didn't even seem like they should have been in the movie the first time.
There's a lot of things in this movie that
the phone call, like I keep going back to the phone call with Daddy Bradamore. That phone call only makes sense if you know this flashback information.
That only makes sense if you've already seen this
because
movie.
they never mentioned that before. We don't know anything. We don't know what
they
the
don't
fuck.
even,
we don't know what he means by we've had run-ins with bad Santas.
When Carson's doing the story to begin with, they don't even show the cop that shoots him. They just show the car pull up. Like, they don't say fuck all about it.
Like I said, it's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie, but it's
don't
bad.
think too much about it. You're gonna find plot hole after plot hole after
plot hole.
Amazingly drive a truck through plot hole.
But I highly suggest getting 2 or 3 friends together, 6-pack of some Abita Christmas ale, and watch this.
It's good.
Fun.
It's fun. You'll have a fun time.
It's a fun movie. Fine and fun.
Yes. On that note, guys, we are finished with this movie. The beer is amazing.
I love this. I'm kind of sad that this won't be the same next year.
You might have to go buy some, dude.
We might have to buy another 6-pack of this.
This was so good. Away. I wish I could tell you more about what type of beer it is. All I can tell you is it's their Christmas ale.
Yep. It's this year's recipe. Go try your Abita.
It is definitely some kind of amber ale.
Yes. And it's really good.
But on that note, next time we are going to watch Santa's Sleigh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Goldberg.
This is finally one. Again, I've seen this one. It's been a long time.
I only heard of it.
But I can confirm we are not keeping the non-schlock
Are we finally getting some schlock?
We're finally getting some of our schlock material in, thankfully.
Thank fuck.
But what beer are we drinking, Bo?
We're going to be drinking, and it's perfect. We're going to be drinking some 3 Floyd's Alpha Klaus.
Can you get more alpha
than
Klaus?
Fucking Goldberg?
Right? I agree.
Dude, he's like 60 and he's still a fucking beast.
Yeah. This is one of those ones where, again, we told you guys that we thought about doing this last year. And I do believe I told Bo, like, this is the kind of movie that's perfect for this beer last year. So, like, we've been waiting a year
to do
this one specifically.
It's going to be great.
The build-up is there.
I fucking love Goldberg.
There you go. Exactly. Bo gets to like geek out over his wrestling stuff for next week too.
It's gonna be great.
But you guys know how this is. We are done. More of our Christmas stuff, dark Christmas stuff coming up after this.
Holiday Havoc.
But we are finished after this one.
And then it's gonna be great, man. Don't forget, if you like this, subscribe to the Patreon. We have a video version of all this stuff. If you want to see our pretty lovely faces and the actual labels of the beer, like I'm holding up now,
or the beer itself, like I am also holding up.
All you listeners can't actually see what I'm doing right now. Should maybe Patreon it. But yeah, other than that, thanks guys, love you. Let's go build a flamethrower because that asshole down the street with the tree fucking farm kind of pissed me off. He's got some heat coming.
You better be careful. He might have a wood chipper.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.